single.
Topics. 10 opinions presented in current sports.
Topics. The #1 sports show in America. Topics. Hosted by
Tone Taylor.
Topics.
Jansen Harris.
Topics.
And Goran Susnar.
Topics.
Yeah. It's August 18th, 2017. Third show in. Round of applause, fellas. 1 time for it. 2 times for it. 3 times for it. Wait, it's what?
Showtime.
It's what?
Showtime.
It's what?
Showtime.
And we here with Jansen, cooler than the other side of the pillow, Harris. Goran, the great Susnard, and the one and only, often imitated, never duplicated, Tone Taylor. Happy Friday, fellas.
Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday.
Hope
y'all enjoyed y'all week.
Of course. Let's get to this sports talk, baby.
Let's get to it.
What you
And
got
actually,
for us?
7 o'clock start. I'm so happy about that, guys. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But let's get into topic number 1. The NFL accuses NFLPA of spreading derogatory information about the accuser. How do you guys feel about the Ezekiel Elliott case? Goran, let's start with you.
This case, honestly, I disagree completely with it. It's first of all, it's just allegations of why he is suspended 6 games. I don't think the appeal is going to go through because Roger Goodell seems pretty firm on his thing. He did his own little investigation with.
What does that mean?
What do you mean? His own little with his quote unquote credible evidence that he has that Elliott was using physical force against his ex-girlfriend. But at the same time, the police said her stories were inconsistent. She did on record say that I am a white girl, you're a black guy. They will never believe you. When someone says something like that, I have
disgusting.
I can't believe anything else you say. Like why would you even say that if he actually did it? So and I mean, also I read something about Joe Lockhart. He said efforts to shame and blame victims are often what prevent people from coming forward to report violence and or seek help in the first place, which is true, but that's completely wrong for him to say in this case because, like we said again, there's no evidence, nothing. So, I mean, I don't know, Tone, what do you feel about it?
I mean, I feel like we all are on the same page on this one. I just feel it's like the league has a history of being exposed for lack of consistency and credibility. You understand what I'm saying? In this, Roger Goodell didn't even go to the hearing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But you put down a 6-game suspension.
You didn't even
without
listen to
knowing
both sides.
anything.
You didn't even listen to both sides.
But if you look at the history of this girl and all the reports that come out saying, oh, I'm going to have you pay for this, without having any evidence, how can you hand down a 6-game suspension?
I don't think he looked at those text messages.
It doesn't
Just
matter.
came out.
He didn't even go to the hearing. He knows nothing of what's going on with the case. As much as I hate Tom Brady, this is just.
But
It's just history.
Tom Brady was
It's a
different,
history.
though. They had a history of
The team has a history of it.
repeated
The
offenders.
team has a history of it. I'm not a Tom Brady fan,
That's true.
but he was going after Tom Brady for the Patriots.
And I don't think that's fair to just because someone has a history. I think you should treat each situation the same. Get as much evidence,
Man,
provable
so,
evidence.
So what you're saying is you're going to bring your kid around a sex offender. If you did in 92,
What?
What are you talking
I'm
about?
just saying it's a similar situation.
It's not a similar
Similar
situation.
situation. You do it once, you might do it again.
Why not? Who?
I'm just saying.
But that's a whole
By
different
no means am I even
situation.
condoning any. If he did it, I have no problem with him getting a 6-game or being suspended for the whole year. If he did it,
I'm with you guys, but I'm just saying sometimes people have a history of it. I'm not saying Elliott does. All I'm saying is maybe that's what Roger Goodell was thinking. But then I
Thinking
seen the
about
text
what?
messages with her friend about should she lie about being pulled out of a car, things of that nature. The police didn't take it seriously, so once that came out, to me, obviously, I don't take it serious. There's not enough evidence. That's my
even
take
the
on it.
hearing. But even in the hearing, they said it was a lack of consistency
Exactly.
in her evidence, in her statement. Come on, that's bull. I'm just ready to move on from that anyway. All right, going into topic 2. Going into the 2017-18 regular season, there are big-time receivers. This offseason, Odell Beckham said he should be the highest paid player in the league. But is he the best receiver with notable mentions like Antonio Brown and Julio Jones? Who's the best receiver in the league?
Julio, by far. By far. I mean, by far because of his track record. Odell Beckham is a great star, up and coming, but let's be realistic. He wants to be the highest paid player. First off, he's not the best player in the NFL, which I feel like if you're the best player, you should get paid the most. Second off, he's not even the best receiver in the NFL. So I don't know where he's coming from to want to get paid the most. I mean,
Okay.
So who
So
do you
you're
think-
picking Julio.
Julio, definitely. I mean, I biasedly, I am a Falcons fan, but
It is biased. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm with you on this one. And besides the point, I think it's pretty clear Julio Jones is the best receiver in the game. He has the best size. I mean, 300-yard game last year. He was hurt half the year, and he's still putting up numbers. He's unguardable, point blank, period. I mean, I don't know how somebody could pick a receiver better than him. Antonio Brown doesn't have the same skill set as he has. His hands aren't better than his. He might be faster. That's just about it. But Julio Jones, you might put 4 guys on him. You can't stop him, point blank, period. I'm not a Falcons fan and personally not a Matt Ryan fan, but Julio Jones, if he's healthy, the Falcons are in every game. It doesn't matter who's throwing him the football. So
You know, I like Julio. I really like Julio. He's one of my favorite receivers.
here comes the but.
No. But I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Why not pay that man Odell Beckham? If you look at the numbers, right? How many years? How many years Julio been in the league? You're a Falcons fan. Since 2011.
Yeah.
2011. Antonio Brown been in the league since when? 2010, right?
yes,
Okay. And Odell came in 2014, right?
yeah, his numbers are sick. I ain't gonna lie.
Is what?
His numbers are sick.
His
I'm not-
numbers are unbelievable. I'm not going to discredit him for what he's done.
So why not? So if I'm talking and he's in New York, I'm gonna talk it. I'm gonna talk it. I'm gonna walk it. So yes, I want to be the highest paid player in this league. My numbers show
Yep.
each year.
He's good, but
I'm almost. Hold up.
He was pretty absent in
Julio
the
has
playoffs.
40 touchdowns for his career right now, right? Odell got 35.
Hold on. Numbers ain't everything, though. Odell isn't getting triple teamed like Julio Jones is.
Why not? Who's the other receiver last year? Don't worry, I'll wait. They
But
spread that offense. Don't do that.
that's a
Atlanta
good point
spread
to
that
bring
off-
up. The Falcons offense outside of Julio Jones and versus the New York Giants offense outside of Odell, Falcons offense is a lot better. So
Who had a run game?
No,
Who
no,
had a
no,
run
no,
game?
no, no.
Who had a
Hold on,
who
wait.
had a run game?
Let me finish what I was going to say. Basically, the Falcons, the people who are defending the Falcons have more to worry about than just Julio Jones, and he still gets double, triple team, and definitely a lot more than Odell Beckham, where he is the sole. Like there was games when Julio Jones had 1 reception and the Falcons still scored 30+ points.
Exactly.
So
I
that's
know.
what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is, even though the
Are you
Falcons,
defending you're not
What you're
defending
saying
what you're
isn't
saying
making
right
any
now.
sense right
Huh?
now. I think what you're trying to say is this. First of all, I don't agree with you saying the Falcons offense is that good. The only reason they're on that level was because of Julio Jones. When you come into a game, you're game planning around Julio. You're not worried about Devontae Freeman or some of their other role
And
players.
that's
These
the
guys
same. That's
are
the same
role
in New
players.
York. But don't worry about it. It's all right.
Yeah.
Julio. I'ma go Odell.
Odell. Okay, well, let's get to topic 3. Kevin Durant has some words about the Thunder's so-called Big Three: Russell Westbrook, Paul George, and Steven Adams. He said that that's going to be a really, really great pairing and is going to suck for us and the rest of the league. Does Kevin Durant really, really think that the Thunder's Big Three stand a chance in the West, even if they have a Big Three?
Come on.
Oh my God.
I'll be honest.
You go ahead.
And I'm a Kevin Durant fan to the fullest. I think this is utterly ridiculous. No one looks at OKC and sees a Big Three. I don't. I don't think OKC looks at OKC and sees a Big Three.
Yeah,
But I understand what he's saying, but I don't at the same time. Because, he doesn't want to cause any more discrepancies or anything like that. But he could have just shut up and not say anything.
he didn't have to mention that. And
For this to work, though, to even be utterly dangerous, Westbrook and Paul George got to coexist. If that don't work, they're dead in the water.
All I have to say is this. Stevens last year, Steven Adams, 11.7 rebounds. 2015.
eight rebounds.
Okay, you went around. School. Prior season, 8 points, 6 rebounds. Career average of points, 7.5 a game. He's not a star, nowhere near one. I don't even know why Big is near him besides his size. Kevin Durant is an idiot. Let's just be real. I don't know what he's talking about when it comes to this subject. Don't ever mention Steven Adams in any type of Big Three.
Anything.
And now it's Russ and Paul George. We'll
Paul
see,
George is
like you
leaving
said,
soon.
we'll see if that works out. And Paul George, to me, not that clutch of a player anyways, so I don't even know if he should be mentioned in that.
Who?
But somebody just tell...
He's
If
on
you ask
borrowed
me,
time.
somebody tell Kevin Durant.
Paul George
He needs to put the weed down. Kevin Durant needs to put the weed down. Don't ever, again, mention Steven Adams. And you heard the
Honestly-
numbers I said?
honestly-
7.5 points.
Honestly,
His career average. You
is
can't even
not
average 10 rebounds a game.
This is not even a topic. This is just
It's
like
not. Kevin
like
Durant-
I mean,
it's like
I
a
think
group.
Kevin Durant's just trying to
Drug test him.
settle the situation with the Russell Westbrook beef. You know, not really beef, but the hate he's got for leaving the Thunder. I think trying to just settle that by saying they're a good team now. But I mean, like you
Drug
said,
testing.
Steven Adams, decent player,
Drug test.
decent player, nowhere near part of a big three.
Adams is a
He's-
I mean,
he's a
bum.
compliment.
Just
He is
just look
a
at the numbers
bum.
when Russell Westbrook is off court.
I'm tired of this. I'm tired
Steven
of this. I'm
Adams
tired
is
of
a
this subject.
bum.
Jensen,
All right, so topic number 4. Jeez. The Bulls are said to buy out Dwayne Wade in the upcoming, could be a couple of months, maybe weeks, we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you guys think he's going to end up, Tone?
listen. I broke it down to my opinion. There's 3 teams that I feel like it can go either way, right? Let's look at Cleveland. It makes sense because it's his best friend there, but LeBron is leaving next year.
Oh, my, here we go with this.
LeBron's not staying. So I don't think he would make that his next stop. Let's look at another situation. Miami. But him and Pat broke up. The breakup was a little bit on sour terms.
What
And-
makes you say Miami, though?
But wait,
why go back?
But listen. And I don't feel he's going to retire just yet. I think he want to play at least 2 more years. So I don't think he wants to retire in the Heat jersey. So I don't think he will go back this year. Me personally, I think the logical answer, go to New York. If Melo stays, LeBron will be there next year.
Oh, okay. First, I thought you were going to say maybe
Nah,
Brooklyn.
go to the Knicks. If Melo stays,
The Knicks.
and LeBron will be there next year. I mean, it's 7 years too late,
Oh, my
but
gosh.
I mean,
this is what they want.
I feel like he should go wherever LeBron goes because
So wait
when
a
they
minute.
played together, they had great chemistry.
You got to question him on what he just said. You said Wade to New York, LeBron to New York.
LeBron will be there next year.
LeBron James going to get up and go to the Knicks.
Why not?
Why?
Because he makes any team a playoff team.
But why the Knicks? Why the Knicks?
Because he wants to play.
That's a worse situation.
Why is it a worse
than what he's in
situation?
right now?
Yeah, if anything, I agree. I would say
That's a
they
bad
come
situation.
to LeBron.
It is because James Dolan, but it's LeBron. He can attract anybody to that team.
That
you
is
can
true.
build- you can't build around LeBron, Melo, and Wade.
You can do that, but why
And
completely
Porzingis?
start over again? Why
Who you
not
start-
have the people come to you?
But
I mean, it didn't work the first time,
But
obviously.
he's not staying in Cleveland. He doesn't get along with Dan Gilbert. He's not staying.
I think he's gonna stay, man. I mean,
I don't.
I know there's some reports with LA, but
But where do you think he's gonna end up?
I think he's gonna end up reuniting with the Cavaliers. I think it's a given that he's gonna go to the Cavaliers. The only thing that is a concern to me is the pay. I don't know if Wade is gonna be willing. To me, he's a $10 million a year guy at this point in his career.
Wade is a $10 million a year guy.
Maybe that's a little bit harsh, but that's how I feel about him. And he might even need to take a bigger pay cut to play with the Cavs, knowing their money situation. But I think he
But
would
he's
do
getting
that.
bought out anyway, so it doesn't matter. He could take the minimum.
I'm just saying,
It's
will he
28
want?
million. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to take a big contract. He's getting bought out by Chicago.
No, what I'm saying is
28
he
million.
going to be okay
Yeah,
with that?
He's getting $28 million to go
I'm just
home.
saying, sometimes
Yeah. No.
they want to double the money.
When you get bought out, you don't ask for a huge contract every
They
next
say it's
season.
Wade.
No.
He got a resume.
No.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. So
I think definitely Cleveland. Cleveland is where he's going to play at.
I mean, it'd be nice to see LeBron and Wade
Again.
because they'd have great chemistry. They did play well together. They did win 2 championships out of 4 years together.
So
So
you think he's going to Cleveland? You think
I,
that's the best
I
spot?
don't think. I think he's going to go wherever LeBron goes. That's what I say. Wherever LeBron goes,
But
he's
LeBron's
going to
not
go.
LeBron's
leaving till
going.
next year, though.
So in that case, yeah, definitely.
Look,
he's gonna,
LeBron is not leaving Cleveland, guys. You guys
right.
are missing the point.
All right, I mean, that's your opinion, but listen. Next topic. The Atlanta Falcons running back Devontae Freeman was diagnosed with a concussion after being ruled out for the second preseason game against the Steelers and likely to sit out the remainder of the preseason. Dan Quinn said he should be ready for regular season. Is this something Falcon fans should be worried about?
Yes.
I mean,
Go on.
yes and no. It really depends on when he comes back. Because if you look at the first 4 games before the bye week, we are at the Bears and the Lions. Those are 2 games I feel we can win without him. You know, roughly, not easily, but just normal. You know, Falcons do score 30 plus, and I'm pretty sure they can win those games. Then we have Green Bay and the Bills at home, which are 2 harder opponents. But then we do have them at home. So if he can come back hopefully, the beginning of the season, definitely. You know, there's nothing to worry about. But if he, for some reason, misses those 4 games, and then we have the 5th week of the bye week, and if he can come back by then, I think before that we will be good. But if he keeps missing games after the bye week, he is a big part of our offense. He had 462 receiving yards as a running back.
Part of your offense.
You said what?
He's definitely a big part.
Yeah, a big part of the offense. He had 1,000 plus yards this last season. So he's averaging about 5 yards a carry. So which is
he's an all-star back. Absolutely. But when it comes to head injury, especially nowadays, that could be the end. I'm not saying it will be, because obviously Dan Quinn, he's a smart guy, accomplished coach. They're going to take it day by day, but I think he'll be ready for the regular season. But this is something to be concerned about, because head injuries nowadays, you could get one concussion, that could be it for you. So we just have to see what comes out in the news. But I think he'll be ready for week 1, which matters. The preseason doesn't really matter, let's be honest.
Yeah, I personally don't even know why most stars are even playing the preseason. I know it's like for the fans and whatnot, but preseason really should be for your guys who aren't established to be playing.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, me personally, no, I don't think Falcon fans should be worried. With all the precautions and the concussions going on, they're treating this delicately, and it's the preseason. So I feel them sitting him out the rest of the preseason is a great job.
Whenever he's done.
He'll be ready for regular season, and he comes back to do his thing. I don't feel like they should be worried. He's sitting out, what is it, 3 more?
Yeah,
Three
2,
more
3, and
preseason
4,
games?
which I think is
That's
plenty
fine.
enough time for him to
Yeah,
recover.
preseason, nobody watches that anyway, right?
He'll probably be healthy enough to come back in 2 games, but they want to sit him out, just get him ready for the preseason. For the regular season. Nah, don't worry about it. Falcon fans, be easy.
Definitely. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and go into my segment. Good evening. This is What's Right with White America with yours truly, Goran the Great, the only segment where we break down top white athletes for the week. What's going on? This week, we're going to talk about J.J. Redick. So the Philadelphia 76ers have been tanking for quite some years. And in that tanking process, they picked up many first-round draft picks. And thankfully, in this offseason, they signed J.J. Redick from the Clippers to a 1-year, $23 million contract. In the hopes that the Sixers stop tanking, do you guys think J.J. Redick will be the push that gets them to the playoffs and potentially the finals? And is this man worth $23 million? So I'm going to start off by saying I think he's a great pickup. He's a guy who hasn't averaged less than 15 points in the last 4 seasons with the Clippers. And I personally think he can average close to 20, if not 20, if he has a more dominant role. He was I see Tone laughing over there, but let me explain. He was the 3rd scoring option for the Clippers. It's 20 points is a stretch, but with him being a big role, and the Sixers players, they always get hurt, so he's going to have a bigger role. I'm pretty sure he can go out there and average close to 20, maybe an 18, 19-point game. Now, is he personally worth $23 million? I don't think so. When I read that, I was kind of surprised. $23 million for him, it's like, but maybe I think they're trying to, add that addition to their piece to help push it to the playoffs, because they just got Markelle Fultz, they have Jahlil Okafor, so those are 2 big pieces, and with him, I think he can push them to the playoffs, not to the finals, not even close, but especially if LeBron stays in the East, which he is. So yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Do you want to start, or do you want me to start first?
You want me? Let me touch on this real quick.
Go ahead.
How much did JJ average last year? You said
right around 15.
Right around 15, and he played on the Clippers, correct?
Yeah.
And you said with the Philadelphia 76ers, he could average 20 or close to 20.
18 to 20, I believe.
18 to 20. You are out of your mind. Extremely. All the way out of your mind.
Explain. I don't understand.
All right, first you said he was the 3rd option, right?
Yeah.
Who was his point guard?
Chris Paul.
And the second option was who?
Griffin.
And they both demand some type of double team, right?
Yeah.
Okay, who on Philly demands a double team, and who's your point guard? Don't worry, I'll wait.
Okay, you do have a point, but
Simmons.
They did pick up Markelle Fultz. They did pick up Markelle Fultz.
We don't know what's going to happen with that.
We don't know.
Don't know.
Jahlil Okafor. Jahlil Okafor is good. He can
20 points in the NBA.
Wait. I really do think JJ Redick could do 18 to 20 on Philly, because the East sucks. Let's be honest with you. And I want to get to your point real quick to answer to him. What were you thinking when you wrote potentially finals? That is really unrealistic.
Potential finals what?
That was part of it. He said potentially get them to the finals.
Well, Markelle Fultz is a number 1 draft pick. I mean, depending on how good he is.
Next year in the finals?
I don't. It was just a question. I personally don't agree that they'll make it to the finals. Maybe 6, 7 seed. Like I said, 6, 7
They going
seed.
to the playoffs?
Playoffs?
That's a possibility.
Yeah, definitely. With that team, right? I think they'll make it if they stop tanking eventually. But that's about to go to commercial break, so stay tuned for the next segment where we talk about Jansen's give that man a raise and return your paycheck, and we talk about a little bit about the Floyd and McGregor fight.
Hard body.
You are now rocking with March,
Curl Marie, KT Red,
and we are
in crowd.
the realest source for the now.
Every Thursday from 9 to 11. Get down with the M or stay out of our crowd.
And we're back. So let's get straight into topic number 6. We did talk a little bit about LeBron James earlier. So do you guys think LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers have enough firepower to win another championship?
Absolutely. And let me tell you why. Derrick Rose is slowly, and I repeat, is slowly becoming the player he was in Chicago. Last season, Derrick Rose averaged 18 points a game and 4 assists. 47% shooting. And guess who was on his team, though? Carmelo, ball hog all day.
Oh, my God.
All day ball hogging. Derrick Rose, when Carmelo Anthony is out the lineup, easily a 20-point guy. He looks so explosive. He could be like what Russell Westbrook is right now.
What?
The ceiling is crazy right now.
What?
Who?
Derrick Rose.
What?
Derrick Rose will be. I'll be calling him D Rose.
The
I will be
blasphemy.
calling him D Rose by midseason.
Are you okay?
What?
I'm telling you.
You go to a doctor.
He could be Westbrook.
Derrick Rose is right. Let me explain. He's working out with LeBron James right now.
I don't care if he's working out with Westbrook. He ain't
they're
Westbrook.
growing that relationship. Derrick Rose hasn't played with teammates like this before.
Okay.
He's going to rise up to the occasion. Derrick Rose is finally healthy, too. Let's be honest. Derrick Rose is getting back into the groove. You saw what he did last year on the Knicks. Think about what he could do on Cleveland. There's going to be so many more opportunities. LeBron's going to put him in great situations. Kevin Love can hit the outside shot. Not a lot of guys on the Knicks can hit the outside shot consistently. And remember, all the dysfunction in the Knicks organization, there's a little bit in Cleveland, but Cleveland has a winning culture. Derrick Rose is going to be a star. He will be in the All-Star game next year.
All right. And, okay. We could bet on that, too. Let me explain something to you. I don't take nothing away from he's going to a great place.
Yes.
Playing with LeBron, you know what I mean? He makes everybody, he makes the team, but he's going to play on a winning team. So let me ask you something. You think he can be Kyrie in that system?
First of all, I'm not going to sit here and
I'm
say
asking you.
Derrick Rose is better than...
Listen. I want you to answer that question first. Do you think he can complement that system just like Kyrie?
Not even close.
He can't because obviously this is gonna be his first year in the system, and Kyrie's a lot younger.
You said he's gonna be an all-star.
Yeah.
You said he's gonna be a Russell Westbrook.
Listen to me. Can he complement that system?
Mid-season, yes, he can.
No. And I'm gonna tell you why. You know why?
Yes, he can.
All right. D Rose can't stretch the floor. He's not a three-point shooter like Kyrie or like that team is built. Who dominates the ball on that team? LeBron, right?
Yeah.
So the LeBron is bringing the ball up, right? So he needs his offense to be spread out, right? Are you dribbling through the lane and kicking out to D Rose for a three consistently? No. When he's in the game, he needs to dominate the ball in the pick and roll. He can only his 15-footer, that's consistent, or he's driving to the basket. But now that's bringing everybody to the middle of the lane. That's what LeBron is good at.
But Derrick Rose isn't used to getting wide open opportunities.
But he's not. He's not a shooter.
He's going to be able to knock him down. 47% last year.
Okay.
47% shooting.
I mean, they still have Darren Williams and Kyle Korver on the team.
Man, listen.
Those guys should not get minutes.
I don't even know why they're on the team, so I don't think they're winning another championship. But let's go ahead and go into the next segment.
There's been a ton of speculation about LeBron James leaving Cleveland next year, after next year's season, obviously. Do you guys believe the hype? And if so, what team do you guys think he's going to?
Definitely. I don't think he wants to stay in Cleveland. I mean, personally,
why not? Why do you think he wants to leave, though?
I think he wants to go to a different team, have a better chance of winning. With the team they have right now, with Kyrie Irving not wanting to play with him, if they do end up playing together, it's not going to be a championship team. Yes, they're both still the great stars they are, but when you don't like playing with someone, it's not everybody's Shaq and Kobe. You know they didn't like each other.
Wait a minute.
Well.
This is a job at the end of the day.
It
You
doesn't
still
matter.
work with people. You don't have to like everybody you work with. This is a job. This
That
isn't
is
an
true.
activity. This isn't free time. It's a job.
But if you
There's
don't-
a lot of guys I work with who I don't like. I don't have to like you to do the radio show. We still have to commit to it every week from 7 to 8.
I mean, that makes sense, but if we don't like each other, if we're not on the same page, if I don't want to do this with you, then it's not going to be the best possible the best possible radio show it is. They're not going to be the best possible Cleveland Cavaliers are. And with that, it's going to be fights and drama throughout the season. So there's no way there's no way that he's going to this is going to work.
So do you think he's going to New York like he says?
They have to leave.
I said
he has to leave.
I said he could. But listen to what I'm saying. Yes, I do believe the hype. He's
Oh
gone.
my gosh.
He's gone. And you know why? Because Braun is like a girlfriend that leaves when her man is bringing that bag home. But as soon as he loses his job, he loses her and she leaves. LeBron was on a 60-plus win team, right?
So he just basically called
Wait.
LeBron a female. That's what you just said.
Yes.
Wow.
LeBron was on a 60-win team 2 years in a row, right? They didn't win in the finals, took his jersey off, went to Miami, right? It looks real good there. I'm there with Wade. I'm going to join Wade. Bosh comes. We go to the finals 4 years in a row, right? We lose the first year. Second year we win. Third year we barely won, but we won.
That's hate right there. A win is a win.
That's not. I'm not saying it's not, but they barely won, right?
There's no need for the barely.
Okay.
It happened.
And they went to get. Then the next year they get 4-1 by San Antonio. What does
Basically
he
a
do?
sweep.
He sees.
Basically
It's a
sweep.
5-game sweep. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
He
Same
sees
here.
Wade.
Basically a
He
sweep.
all
sees
these
Wade.
unneeded
He
adjectives.
sees Wade getting old. He doesn't move like he used to. I'm not gonna win here. I see a nice young stud pause in Cleveland, right? Right in Cleveland. I'm gonna go.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna go to Cleveland. I'm gonna join Kyrie and I'm gonna bring Kevin Love. Now we could go to the championship. We could win with this team. We lose the first year. We win the second year.
Do you
Then
think
we get smacked 5-game sweep again.
Here we go with these. A sweep is 4 games.
49-point first quarter?
You're biased
That's
broadcasting.
historically lucky.
I don't
Both
like
of your
it.
finals
That's
broadcast-
historically lucky.
No, I don't like it. No, I don't like it.
You guys are so biased. The
I'm not gonna
biased
buy it.
broadcasting.
He's out of here. He's out of here. He's not.
he
staying.
has to. I mean,
he's
he's
He's going to retire Cleveland Cavalier.
Maybe,
Oh, my
but
word.
he's leaving after next year.
He's out of here.
Whatever. Yeah, he's definitely leaving.
All right. The NBA is known for teams to sit their players towards the end of the season to rest their best players. So the league is trying to schedule the game so superstars have enough rest time in between games. Do you think it will have a huge impact on whether teams will rest their players?
I mean,
How
they've
you feel, G?
been trying to do this for the past year and the year before that, but obviously it didn't work. Yeah, they're sending fines out there, but let's be realistic. These teams can pay these fines and rest these players. There's no problem to them. The fines are mediocre to them at least. What I think personally should happen is there should be no games that you miss. Regardless whether you're a superstar or if you're a player. If you're in the system, which LeBron James and the Tim Duncans and Kawhi Leonards are obviously in those systems, I think they should pay. People go out there, pay a lot of money to get those seats.
Exactly.
To let's be realistic. They don't go to watch the underdogs play, or the lower ranked players play. They go out to watch the Kawhi Leonards, the Kyrie Irvings, the LeBron James. And when they sit out to rest, it's like you play for 48 minutes. And you don't even play for that much. These players like LeBron, when I calculated it, if he were to play all 48 minutes, he's making like $100-something a second. That's a lot. And you can't tell me you can't play for, and you're going to sit out one game. It's completely unfair. What I think should happen is if they sit out in a regular season game to quote unquote rest, they should do the same thing in the playoffs and the finals, and not the first round playoffs. It should be towards the end when it really matters. So, yeah, basically just harder punishments, and yeah. So what do y'all think?
What do you think, Jansen?
I think it's ridiculous. Like I can remember one game where I think it was the Spurs against the Spurs and Warriors. I was at Hooters, spent a lot of money here, a couple of drinks, but I'm expecting to see a whole Spurs squad against the Warriors. Mm-hmm. They're sitting like 4 starters. Mm-hmm. All that money I paid for the food, the drinks, and you know I love the food, and I'm watching backups. So Atlanta, let's get real specific with this. When Cleveland comes to Atlanta, right? I'm not going to see the Hawks play. I'm thinking LeBron James is going to play.
Because you're not a Hawks fan.
Yeah, there's no reason to be a fan. Let's be real. Let me continue. I'm going to see LeBron play, Kyrie play, Love play. Oh, I'm tired. I need rest. You think I could tell my boss that? So this is me sticking up for the 9-to-5 average Joes out here. Basically people who are entrepreneurs. Who, when you say I'm tired, you still got to check in the morning. These NBA players need to stop acting like little babies.
Yeah, and if you're
because
tired,
I can't tell them. You know what happens when I'm tired? Oh, sorry, Mr. Harris. We're going to have to move on. You're fired.
And if these players are tired, play less minutes. Don't play 30 minutes.
It's your job
play
to
some
be
games
in shape.
15, 20 minutes.
It's your job to be in shape.
Nah, I understand. You play 3 back-to-back games.
Here we go.
And you want to don't play the whole game. Play when it matters. Play a little bit in the first, second, third, fourth. You know, there's no reason that any real superstar should not play a game. It's unacceptable. But you know, I don't even want to talk about this no more. Let's go ahead and get into excuse me, the next topic. So Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Conor McGregor will wear 8-ounce gloves for the fight at 154 pounds. Which fighter has the advantage?
Basically, anybody that believes McGregor has an advantage.
I do.
I believe as well. So go ahead.
Total facade. This is classic Mayweather at his best. Psychological advantage. Who implemented or who proposed the 8-ounce gloves? Mayweather.
It was
No, it was Mayweather Mayweather proposed it. Now, listen to this. Nobody believes that McGregor is going to win. Except
True.
for maybe a puncher's chance. Some people believe that. But what does Mayweather love the most? Money. So, if he can make some people believe that the 8-ounce gloves gives McGregor an advantage, more people will tune in. More people will buy to watch the pay-per-view event.
I'm going to say
So that's more money in his pocket.
that is a great point,
I'm
but
telling you, there's no advantage for it. Just means that he's just going to get hit more.
I'm gonna say this.
McGregor.
I'm gonna say this. The lighter gloves is definitely in McGregor's favor. And Mayweather, back on the promotions thing, I am so disgusted. And I'm a big Mayweather fan for years. This is the most pathetic I ever seen him. Why? ESPN interviews with Stephen A. Smith. Oh, Conor has the advantage. This, that. What? Who are you trying to fool with these 8-ounce gloves thing?
The public.
You're not fooling anybody.
Some people will believe. Why? You believe that. Both of you believe that it gives an advantage.
But I'm
to
gonna explain why I believe it. No,
so it worked.
It's not. It's not that. Let's look at Floyd's track record. His opponents only land about 6. These are great boxers. Only land about 60% of their punches, which is
Who only lands 60%?
Mayweather's opponents.
Only land. They land that many? You sure?
Yeah,
Historically,
that's
that's
around
around
there.
there.
15 to
And Floyd's
16%.
connection rate is about 46%.
Oh,
So
you said 16.
yeah, 16.
Oh, okay.
What do you think I said? 60?
Yeah.
Oh no, 16.
Thought you
Which
was going crazy.
which this is against professional boxers. I don't even expect McGregor to land 10%. But McGregor is used to fighting in 4 to 6 ounce gloves.
4-ounce glove.
4-ounce gloves.
Okay.
And he's not only used to that, he has to worry about elbows, kicks, knees, all that. He has to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's more bare skin-to-skin contact in UFC, which McGregor is more used to. And what I'm trying to get at this is, since he does have a puncher's chance, which anybody does, and like I said last week, this is the slowest Floyd we've ever seen, the weakest Floyd we've ever seen. The fact that he has less padding in the gloves, if McGregor does connect with that fighter's punch and hits him, it could be the difference. Now, I don't believe it's going to happen. I don't think he's going to hit him much at all, maybe a few times here or there. But in that case, we know that Floyd already has the advantage overall. But with this, just because of the fighter's punch, he has the advantage.
He's used to fighting in 8-ounce gloves. Most of his fights is in 8-ounce gloves.
And since when?
Who? Floyd? Most of his fights is in 8-ounce gloves.
When's the last time he fought? When was the last time he fought?
It wasn't at 154.
When was the last time he fought in 8-ounce gloves?
It's been years.
It's been years. Okay, so.
It's been years.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Should Conor McGregor, after this super fight, quit the UFC and become a full-time boxer?
Oh, my goodness. Absolutely, unequivocally, without a shadow of a doubt, hell no. Hell no.
I mean, it depends on the outcome of the fight.
He should.
No.
It's an easy question. He should.
The money-wise, yes.
He
But
should.
I'm going to tell you why he shouldn't. Why he shouldn't. He has he has the speed, he has the strength, he has the potential.
Yes.
That sounds great, right? To a 19, 20, 21-year-old fighter. Oh, you have potential. You have the speed. I can see you great. He's 29 years old. He's the top at UFC. He's a moneymaker. He's a blockbuster. He'll come to boxing. Then you have to put 5 years of implement. These are boxers been fighting since they've been kids.
Half of that doesn't matter, though.
Yes, it does matter. What do you
All
mean?
that matters is the money. What's the most important thing in
He
boxing?
doesn't wanna lose.
The most important
He
thing
doesn't
is
wanna
It's
lose.
not that. It really
marketing.
depends on the
He doesn't
outcome of the
Marketing
fight.
is the most important thing in
Let's-
boxing.
let's-
Oscar De La Hoya has lost every big pay-per-view, but he's still on the pay-per-view.
what's his record?
Conor McGregor is great when it comes to marketing. He can make at least $8 to $10 million a fight in boxing. He doesn't need to win. He can
And
be that American star.
you think after he loses his first 3 fights, he's still gonna be a blockbuster moneymaker?
No.
He's not.
He doesn't
He's not
need
gonna
to.
get
All
that.
it takes is 3 fights.
For what? How much you think? Wait, first
3
of all,
big pay-per-views.
3 big pay-per-views, and how much you think he's gonna make?
I think
We're not talking about him fighting
at
Floyd.
least $20 million each pay-per-view.
Why not? I mean,
Why not?
It all really depends on the outcome of the fight. If he gets knocked out in the first
It
round,
doesn't matter
I
the
don't think
outcome of
anybody
the
would
fight.
take him
Who's he
seriously.
fighting?
It doesn't matter.
The outcome of this fight, Floyd, if he lasts
How
all
much is
12
he getting
rounds,
right now? UFC.
Wait. Right now it's $4 million, and that's the high note. Yeah, $4 million. I think.
so
he could
why?
double
I
that.
mean, why
You
wouldn't
think
he
he'll
quit?
go there? You think he'll go there, quit UFC?
And I think he could. He could beat some boxers.
I mean, it
The
really
boxers
depends.
he could beat, he's not gonna get that money. He's not gonna get that.
Let me
bag.
put it this way: it depends on how badly he loses to Floyd. If
No, that doesn't matter either.
it does.
He shouldn't
It
go.
gives him credibility.
He shouldn't go.
If he lasts all 12 rounds against Floyd Mayweather, you're gonna tell me other people are not.
Canelo Alvarez
He's
lost
not
every
gonna have
round and
credibility.
He did nothing,
No.
and he's still a big pay-per-view
No.
right now.
A first-time boxer fights with the best boxer and lasts 12 rounds, and it goes to decision. He's not credible.
No, you know why? Because if he gets beat every round to a bloody pulp, and everybody knows that Floyd likes to go the distance, it doesn't mean everybody knows Floyd hasn't knocked somebody out for the last 15 years.
But this guy's not a boxer.
It don't matter. He's gonna beat him. So what? He's beat boxers for 12 rounds. Shane Mosley for 12 rounds.
So then how can he? Floyd says he's gonna knock him out. Did he not?
No, Floyd did not. Let's go. Jansen, let's get into
Yeah,
Jansen's segment.
just give that man a raise. Turn your paycheck.
Show me
time.
the money. Show me the money. You throw 5 touchdown passes, score 30 points, throw a no-hitter or hit a couple home runs, give that man a raise. Return your paycheck. If these athletes play like garbage, underperform, and don't live up to the hype, Jansen puts them in check with return your paycheck.
What's up, y'all? Back with the #1 segment ever. Give that man a raise, return your paycheck. Let's start with give that man a raise. Head coach of Penn State, he getting money. Signed a 6-year extension worth $5.7 million a season. Total $34.3 million. And guess how he earned that, guys? He had 1 good year at Penn State. Hey, I can't hate. Give him a raise. All it takes is 1 year. 11-3. They started 2-2 though, so give him a raise. And guess what? Most importantly, get some job security. Also, Jake Sutter. He earned, guys probably never seen this story, but he earned a football scholarship with Bowling Green. He hit a 53-yard field goal. So give him a raise and congratulations on free college. Let's be honest, that's a lot.
That's what's up.
Now for return your paycheck. Let's start with ESPN host Max Kellerman. We have the audio on him too. If we could play that.
To read up on the things that interest me most, and it's like I'm living the same nightmare and outrage again for the first time. Except it's the 100th time, or maybe the 1,000th time. You know what I'm talking about. After what feels like 20 years of infuriating incompetence and reckless disregard for the well-being of the general population, and before more damage is done, I say the head guy has got to go.
That was Max Kellerman on the Knicks owner, James Dolan. I think he lost his freaking mind. Max Kellerman, you need to return your paycheck. He owns the most valuable basketball team in the world. $3.4 billion. And I'm not going to lie, the Knicks, they're not a winning program right now.
That's right now, though.
But that's for right now. Max, stop hating. You need to return your paycheck. Maybe it's time for you to step down. Because a lot of people like the show better when Skip Bayless was on it. I'm just saying.
That's not fair, man. That's not fair.
But
That's not fair to say that.
Speaking of Fox Sports, it seems like every week they're on this segment, returning their paycheck for saying something stupid. I like, let's go. Colin Cowherd on his show, he said LeBron James, he believes he's going to L.A.
That's a no-no.
And let me just say this. He needs to return his paycheck. From the Kareems to the Magics to Shaq, Kobe, Jerry West, L.A. is title town. I'm not saying LeBron James can't win any more titles. What I'm saying is he has no chance of winning in LA. In the Western Conference, come on, man. You're playing with Lonzo Ball. You're playing with Larry Nance Jr., Brook Lopez, Brandon Ingram, Metta World Peace. Does that sound like a championship winning squad?
If LeBron's on it,
Disrespectful. I'm just letting you know that.
They're not a championship. Can they win the title with LA next year?
I mean, no, not against the Warriors.
They might be able to make the playoffs.
There's a bigger issue on that. It's you go into whether
Kobe's town,
basically. You go
Shaq's town.
You can't
Kareem,
do that.
you have to win.
That's gonna hurt his legacy
you
going to Kobe's ex team.
And this is what pisses me off the most. Stay in Cleveland. People want to come see you. Why LA? You got to rebuild some more. LA, to me, if he goes there, that's like Cleveland all over again. First time when he was in Cleveland. If you ask me.
I mean, but to me, it's the legacy thing.
I'm just so sick of Fox Sports. Just they just say anything. And these guys are supposed to be professionals. You paying them millions of dollars for what?
Yeah.
Colin Cowherd. I don't even know how to pronounce his last name. Cowherd. I don't even got fired for ESPN racist comments, but whatever. You need to return your paycheck.
Basically, yeah. I mean, it's the legacy thing to me is you can't go to Kobe's. It's basically still Kobe's team in my opinion.
Yeah, it's Kobe's team. If you go to LA, you got to bring in rings.
You can't. I mean, it's not even that. It's a legacy issue. You can't. It's gonna hurt your legacy. You going to Kobe's team to win. It's like,
So how you feel about it, man? LA really? Cowherd have a? Does he have a point here?
I don't see. I mean, if he does go to LA, he's gonna
Can
have
he
pieces
win?
come around. Yes, he can.
With who?
Yes,
LeBron can win anywhere.
Who on that roster says winning?
Not against
We're
the
gonna
Warriors.
talk about that after these messages. What we have coming up next?
We got Tone segment coming up next. We have our ghost Dylan Yepes coming in and talk about some soccer. Remember, you're listening to IBNX Radio.
Yo, every Wednesday night, 9 to 11 p.m. Check out the Act Like You Know radio show with actor Dennis L.A. White from Notorious and the Ear to the Streets, Low White. We'll see you every Wednesday night, the Act Like You Know radio show on IBNXradio.com.
Imelda Marcos Shoe Closet is the ultimate shoe boutique. We buy directly from brands women love and trust. For the hottest and the sexiest heels, shop the closet at www.imeldamshoes.com. Use code ACTLIKE at checkout and save 15% off your purchase. That's ACTLIKE. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Imelda M. Shoes.
Okay, and we back. So the next topic is a very interesting one. From 2002 to 2017, Jimmy Johnson won 7 championships, 221 top 5 finishes, and 335 top 10. Saying that, do you think he's the best NASCAR driver of all time?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Jimmy Johnson, and let's not just keep it in NASCAR. Jimmy Johnson might be a top 5 athlete of all time. Yes. Drivers are athletes. It's a sport. Yeah, it's on ABC, Fox Sports. But anyways, let me tell you why. He rewrote history. 5 championships in a row from 2006 to 2010. Come on now. In a row. That dominance.
Compared to Richard Petty, his track record is not
No,
there.
hold on 1 second. I'm not even done yet. I'm not done. When he did that, he put himself above Jeff Gordon, who was his teammate. It was kind of like the Shaq-Kobe thing. But if Kobe was to overshadow Shaq, and Shaq still be on the team. So basically, if you put that NBA into a NASCAR arena, Jeff Gordon was the superstar. Jimmy Johnson was the number 2. Jimmy Johnson humbled himself. Jimmy Johnson became the number 1 and is still the number 1. Won a championship last year. Jimmy Johnson had to be consistent for 5 straight years. Kobe got 5 rings. He has 7.
Okay.
Right now he's tied with Dale Earnhardt, senior obviously, not junior. Junior's been big disappointment. And Richard Petty. And he's 41. He probably got, 4 or 5 more years in NASCAR?
Only thing.
You could drive to your 50 in NASCAR. So think about it. He has 7 now. He could end with 10. I think Jimmy Johnson will end his career with 10 NASCAR
Well, you think,
championships.
but I'm going to talk about what the stats are. Richard Petty, who's considered the king of NASCAR, also has 7 championships.
Okay. But he's done.
Okay, that's tied for most of all time.
Okay.
He has 200 Cup wins.
Yeah.
Tone. Most of all time. Okay. He has 123 Cup polls.
Most of all time.
And he has 27 wins in one season.
Most of all time.
Yeah, track record's too good. That's why he's considered the king. Now, to compare your analogy when you did the Shaq and Kobe thing, yeah, you're talking about Shaq and Kobe, but Richard Petty is like the Jordan. Okay.
Richard Petty is the Jordan of NASCAR. Are you
Yes.
serious?
Yes.
Seriously. Dale Earnhardt, if you want to use that now, Dale Earnhardt he brought a whole culture to the NASCAR game.
I'm not going to
Jimmy Johnson is, if we're going to say a Michael Jordan, he's the Michael Jordan of NASCAR.
No.
It was Dale Earnhardt. He passed the torch.
Nah.
Jimmy Johnson is the best NASCAR driver of all time.
Of this time, not
all time.
Of today, maybe, but
all time. He's dominant. He won a title last year at 40. He's going until he's 50 years old. Come on now.
I love this NASCAR talk.
All right, let's get to the next segment. So we have a really interesting segment. So, who is the biggest loser? Carmelo Anthony or Chris Paul?
First of all, that's disrespectful.
I feel this is very disrespectful.
Very disrespectful to call Carmelo Anthony a loser.
I feel that it is disrespectful. I like both of them. You know, I feel they're both great players. But me, if I had to choose which one, I would say CP3. CP3 had better teams, way better teams, and could not get out the first round.
True.
All. I just feel, just point blank and period, like he's just like, it's just not too much I can say. Melo's been going to the playoffs consistently since he was a rookie.
Exactly.
Until he got to the Knicks.
True. But I'm going to disagree with you. I'm choosing Carmelo solely based on a little things, but let me explain why.
Go ahead and explain, please.
Carmelo is clearly the better player. If I had to choose between Carmelo and Chris Paul on my team, I'm choosing Carmelo. Carmelo's career average is 24.8 points per game.
Exactly.
Three assists and about 7 rebounds. Compared to Chris Paul's 18.7 points.
It's not all about the numbers, though.
It's not. But when Carmelo had a chance to go play with the Bulls with Jimmy Butler and I believe it was Dwayne Wade, right?
Oh, here we go.
He denied it.
No, it was Derrick Rose.
Oh, Derrick Rose. I'm sorry. He denied it, and that team very well could have taken LeBron out with Jimmy Butler and Carmelo Anthony, but to me, he doesn't want to win.
So he didn't want to win because
he didn't want to win.
He wanted
$12 million a year. Hold on.
I mean,
he wanted to stay home.
I mean, how long do you have to wait? How long do you have to wait to build something around you? You've been there for 3 years. You haven't made the playoffs once.
Wait a minute. We got to go over Chris Paul's
playoffs. What are you talking about? He went to the playoffs twice.
We got to go over
there. He was a 7th seed, and the next year he was a 2nd seed.
Hold on.
Stop being disrespectful.
We got to go over Chris Paul's track record.
Talking about the last 3 years.
Now the last 3 years.
Yeah, you're right. The last 3 years I'm talking about.
2011, Clippers swept by the Spurs in the second round. 2012, first round out the Grizzlies. 2013, knocked out by the Thunder. 2014, blew a 3-1 lead. 2015, first round of Trailblazers. Last year, 7 games to Utah. And they were the home team in that. Chris Paul's obviously the biggest loser. How many damn years do you need the best team around you, DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin? Let me finish. How many times do you need one of the best squads and you do nothing?
At all.
At all. I am so sick of guys like Chris Paul doing nothing.
I wouldn't say he did nothing.
He's
a choke artist.
He's
not
an
absolute
The
loser.
fact that Carmelo is better than him and still hasn't even been to the finals, I'd have to give him.
That's all I have to say about Chris Paul. He disgusts me. It's just pathetic.
Go ahead, Jansen.
Let's talk about soccer real quick. Real Madrid, Barcelona. Obviously, everybody's seen the cup game. Ronaldo was snubbed right after halftime. He made a goal, took his shirt off, which was an automatic red card.
Yellow
card.
Yeah.
And he was shortly after that. He was going for a goal, flopped. I didn't know soccer taking a flop. The thing with the NBA. After a light touch from a defender, asked the ref for a penalty. Ref gave him a yellow card. Asked for a penalty. After that, clear flop. After he got the second one, he got kicked out the game.
Got that red.
Got the red card. Pushed, a light push on the referee. I didn't think it was a big deal. Got 5 games. Well, 4 games for that. Add the one on it.
For the red card.
For the red card,
It's
right.
5 games. But we're going to bring in our analysts to talk about this more.
So first off, I'd like to say that, I think I have nothing
I have nothing to say for that. I mean, first off, I think it was all right. I think it was truly justifiable. Ronaldo's been with FIFA for over 10 years, right? This is a rookie mistake. It's a rookie mistake. I mean, you've dealt with FIFA for over 10 years. You know the regulations, all right? FIFA has this strict moral code of following good sportsmanship. I mean, they have these campaigns of stopping racism. I mean, for like the 2015 to 2016 season, they had these Stop Racism badges that I thought was good. So they're all about good sportsmanship, all right? This is what they followed. Ronaldo knows this. He's been with them for over 10 years, all right? So for you to go ahead and start crying about this and then...
So you're calling him a crybaby, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he is a crybaby because he went on Instagram and he said they were persecuting him. That's complete,
So you think it's bogus because he's challenging the league that he...
It's a given rule.
It's something that's there. It's been there. He's dealt with this for over 10 years. He knows the regulations. He knows that he should be a good
But do you think that just because he's a superstar, maybe the rules should be a little swayed in his favor?
No. See, that's where things get messed up. See, let's say someone else did this, right? Let's say Ronaldo didn't get penalized for this.
Yes.
And the rookie did it. Some other rookie did it, and he got penalized for it. The rookie could make that same argument you just did.
Yeah, and I agree. There should be no leniency in this because if you go here pushing refs and that's unacceptable. You should be suspended. Now, how many games should be on the amount of force? But, thank you, Dylan, for talking about that.
Thank you, Dylan Yeps, for breaking that down, our soccer analyst.
All right, so we're going to go into our next segment.
I hate when guys act like they know everything about sports.
Is it hate or is it great?
Like these guys on all these talk shows, like, well, that guy's not a good baseball player. That guy's not a good football player. That guy's not a good basketball player. I'm like, dude, in your opinion.
It's time we separate the hate from the great. Cut the grass and let the snake show. Now let Tone tell you who's speaking greater or who's just a plain old hater. Now let's talk about it.
So let's talk about this.
This is
so basically on Barstool Sports podcast, Dante Jones, and I quote, said, "People get mad at me because I don't declare him a top 10 player in the NBA.
Oh my God.
I got him outside like 11 or 12. And for the people that don't know who he's talking about Steph the Chef Curry."
Before you say anything, who said this?
Dante Jones.
You need to pull up his bio on NBA.com. Talk about him. Who the hell is Dante Jones?
That's the problem. You know what? Me knowing basketball, he went to Rutgers and transferred to Duke, and he's been a journeyman since he's been in the NBA. He has an average for his career. He averages 5.4 points per game, 1.7 rebounds, 0.8 assists.
Sounds like Kwame Brown.
0.4 steals.
Bum.
He shoots 43% from the field,
Bum.
32% from three-point line, and he shoots 75% from the free throw line.
That sounds good.
And understandable. You don't understand? Like, people have their good points.
People need to stop.
But if this is not hate, I don't know what it is.
It's definitely hate. People need to stop.
Now listen. Let me just break it down real quick. His top 10, his top 3, I understand. I take nothing away from it. He has LeBron number 1, Kawhi number 2, and KD number 3. Okay, I can go with that.
I don't understand it either.
I mean, listen, you know what?
It's
you want to go with that.
It's respectable.
Now, he rounds out his 3 through 10, his 4 through 10, no particular order. John Wall, Paul George, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Chris Paul, Karl Anthony Towns, and Anthony Davis.
John Wall's in his top 10.
People.
No Kyrie Irving.
Somebody just cut my mic.
People. Steph Curry has 4 All-Star games, 2 MVP awards, a scoring title, top 10 all-time in three-pointers made already, and 2 rings.
It's disrespectful. People need to stop bringing up Steph Curry's name and getting hyped. LeVar Ball did it. He thinks he can do it. I don't know what it is.
But how can you be a basketball player and actually say this with conviction? With conviction, he said this. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's blasphemous. Like, for you to even utter those words and be honest about it.
It's just the day of social media, though. It's crazy how Dante Jones makes national news with this. What has he ever? Doesn't LeBron pay his fines?
It's because he
Didn't
said
LeBron
Steph Curry.
pay his fines?
It's because he said Steph Curry. That's what it is.
That's what I'm saying. That needs to stop. That needs to
How
stop.
do you not put what highlights
Social
the game
media is
today?
great.
What's the greatest point in basketball right now? The 3-point shot, right?
Yeah.
And who's the greatest at doing that?
Steph Curry. No doubt, no question,
Tell him
no
at least get his
comparison.
top two right. I still don't see how he put Kawhi over Kevin
Listen,
Durant. Is he drinking?
even if maybe you got preference, but
John
not
Wall
the
is
top 10. And I love John Wall. I love Paul George.
They're not.
Paul George is in the top 10. You ask me.
I love James Harden.
James Harden. I mean, that's.
But I'm not
I
even
put James
discrediting them.
Harden.
I'm not even discrediting them, putting them in the top 10. But what is your criteria for the top 10?
He doesn't have a criteria.
If it's defense, James Harden don't play defense. Karl Anthony Towns is not the best defender. He's a good defender, and he's up and coming. Russell Westbrook is not a good on-ball defender.
I'd put Westbrook over
Steph. In defending. Okay.
That's understandable.
That's understandable. But listen to what I'm saying.
I
Now,
don't
if
know
you go
about Karl
scoring,
Anthony Towns.
who scores is better than him? John Wall doesn't. Chris Paul doesn't. Paul George doesn't.
Nobody
Hold on,
does.
Chris Paul, yes.
The only person might would
Did
be
we
Kevin
just go
Durant.
over this with Chris Paul? Tell him to watch the show. Tell him to watch the show.
This is unbelievable.
It is unbelievable.
I mean, was Steph Curry not the second best player a few years back? Right behind 2
MVPs.
Yeah, 2 MVPs.
say-
And he was in the argument for the best player, which
And
is
win
disrespectful. But still, to be an argument for the best player and to not make a top 10, it's like you said, it's blasphemy. It's blasphemy.
He's a bum.
Listen.
He shouldn't. All this social media hype. He is a scrub.
He
LeBron James pays your fine. How does another man pay your fine?
I don't know.
That's neither here nor there, but we got a little message from Tone.
I always end the show with a nice little inspirational quote. Most people give up just when they're about to achieve success. They quit on the 1-yard line. They give up at the last minute of the game, 1 foot from the winning touchdown. Never give up.
Very true. Never give up.
It's very beautiful.
That's deep, yo.
That's deep. That's deep. But thanks everybody tuning in. Make sure to follow us on all social media platforms at Topics ATL. Once again, thanks for tuning in, and be sure to tune in next week from 7 to 8 on Fridays.
Y'all remember, you are what you focus on. Stay focused. Don't give up. You heard Tone in the message.
Topics out.
Listening to IBNX. IBNXradio.com.
I put in work. No, I put in work. No, I put
got it. If he doesn't give it up, I'm over so hard. Got the information, sure she got it. Just some private trip, tap it, and she got the doctor show. That means she a doctor show. She say, why you crying? I say, this your introduction. You can hit the station line at any time for a discussion. Got me feeling the percussion. Trying to do this without cussing. Still I'm eating trapper rappers like they are some chicken nuggets at the luncheon with the munchies. From the city to the country, it's Miss Poison. I've been ballin' like she off the bad boy Duncan. Still it's hip hop that we talking at IBNX Atlanta. Check the channel, like the date and time in your schedule. What plan the artists come and get the shine. You know I be getting mine every time I do an interview. It feel like Christmas time. Let them pick my mind. Got the sickest rhyme. Let the people know I grind hard. Got 9 bars without the ether flow. Grim Reaper stroke. Poison ivy through the speakers. For IBNX Atlanta sponsor the time that we speaking for. Connecting you to artists, entrepreneurs, the streets and more. If you ain't talking hip hop, really, what are you speaking for?
Everybody, this is your girl, Ms. Poison Ivy. You're listening to No Filter Fridays right here on IBNXradio.com. I am so excited to be here for another fantastic Friday. And I got my home girl, the lovely, the fantabulous.
Oh, yeah.
The sassy.
Oh.
The not petty this week.
No. I'm going to tell you how my mama checked me, so I didn't have any petty for nobody this
Oh,
week.
gosh. I can't wait to hear.
Yes.
The oh-so chocolatey, oh-so jazzy. Hey, Jazz.
Hey, y'all.
And surprise, surprise, we're live on YouTube right now. I don't know where, but I just know if you log on YouTube, I guess you can see us.
I think it's IBNX Radio.
Is it?
Yeah.
IBNX Radio on YouTube? So, okay, I guess if you get on YouTube, you can see us. I am also Facebook Living. So, Jazz, tell me what your mom said about your petty.
Oh, goodness. So I was talking about how the smell of imitation cheese just irks my nerves. And there's a correction, y'all. It's IBNX Radio Network on YouTube.
Thank you.
If you want to get a visual of us chocolate ladies in here. But I was talking about how the smell of imitation cheese, it literally will make me...
They're going to have a cavity.
Just
chocolate
it irks
overload.
my nerves.
The smell of cheese?
The imitation cheese. Like racetrack. No.
Cheese?
I don't know where it come from. I don't know who made it. I don't know who gave it to them. But it's like from, like, you've been to racetrack and they make those pizzas in racetrack. The smell of that cheese, it's not real. Ugh. So
why are you smelling racetrack cheese?
I don't know. There's this girl in this office. I don't want to call no names because she might be watching. I'm not sure. But
is she the girl?
No, not her. But I'm gonna bring her up. So she makes something. It's like a TV dinner in the microwave, and when she comes back out,
you smell that imitation cheese.
Look, I'd be like, you know what? Let me go take my break right now because I can't deal with it. Right. So my mom was. As soon as I said that, I was telling my mom about it, and she was like, you know what? That's how that girl felt about them damn pickles. I was like, touche, touche. So
you got a dose of your own medicine,
right? But I seen that whole biting a pickle the other day, and I was like, ain't that something? So you don't like the smell of pickles? You just don't like the smell of pickles when I eat it.
Oh, so she was eating a pickle? Get out of here!
Devouring it.
Get out of here!
But I was like, okay. I love the fact that I have people in my life that can check me, because my mom tried to comfort me that day, like, oh, there you go. But yeah, that's what it was.
So I'm excited
for
our drink of the night.
Okay.
I spent 30 minutes in the liquor store today.
All right. That's a long time. I mean, no, that's not a long time to be in a liquor store.
It is a long time because it was a small liquor store.
Oh, okay. It was an In-N-Out type liquor store.
It was literally like a liquor store the size of a walk-in closet.
Stop.
Okay. 2 walk-in closets.
Okay. A master-size bedroom walk-in closet or a secondary room?
No, a master bedroom walk-in closet.
Okay.
So, no, it was probably, it was like, you know what? Yeah. 2 master bedroom walk-in closets in an apartment.
Oh, wow.
Not a house walk-in closet.
Yeah, 30 minutes was a bit long then.
Yes. So I know the dudes in the store were looking at me like, is she gonna steal? Like, what's she up to? You know, because I'm the only black chick in there.
Right.
And then, like, some black people were coming in, but like one black guy came in looking for Hennessy, and then he goes, where your cognac? And they was like, it's right over there. He goes, but where your hen at? So they like right there. So he stands there and he frowning his face up, looking at the Hennessy, and then finally he says, nope, and walks off. So he's like in the store, and I'm like, I finally made my decision because I had been in there a minute before he came in. Mm-hmm. And then he like comes over by me and he mumbles something, and all I understood was somewhere else. But I didn't understand the whole first part of it. Mm-hmm. And it made me laugh because, so I have this thing that I do where I might say something to you, but I'm really not saying a thing, but it makes you go, huh?
Right.
So I'll say, uh-huh. And you'll be like, wait, what?
What'd you say? Right.
Yeah. Not saying nothing at all. So it sounded like that's what he was doing. And so I was cracking up like, okay, dude just gave me a dose of my own medicine.
Okay.
But I came with an amazing bottle that I picked only because of its color.
It's really pretty.
It's a purple bottle, okay? And it is called IBNX. I don't know. It's a purple bottle. I've never had it before, but let me show you what's so cool about this bottle. So those watching on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live, YouTube Live is IBNX Radio Network. You got to see this bottle. So the bottle looks like this, right? Just a regular purple
You know
bottle.
what?
But watch what happens when you... Can you hold this, Jazz?
Of course.
Yes. So you...
Are you supposed to shake it, though? I think you're supposed to shake it.
Yes.
That is pretty, but what it do when it's inside of you, though?
Look.
That is pretty.
It's like a lava lamp.
It is.
I don't know if y'all can see that on YouTube, but it goes like the dude at the store shook it up a million times before he let me walk out the store with it. So it's like a lava lamp. It moves around. It looks so pretty. Like, can you see it up close?
That is pretty. I just want to know, like, what are the after effects, if you get what I mean? Like, if you're going to turn the lights off in the bathroom, if it's going to do what it's doing right now.
So he said, also he said something about it, if you put a light under it.
Which is why they have that.
Yeah.
It illuminates.
Yes. And he was like, it gives you, like, an amazing effect that you can do. So
That's pretty.
See how it's moving? It's actually kind of dope. I've never seen this before. It's called IBNX. IBNIQ.
Yeah, don't numb your kids that, okay? Leave it to the bottle, you guys.
Is that IBNX?
I would say so.
I don't know. But the IBNX, it's a fusion of premium vodka, Moscato, and natural flavors.
Okay.
So we're going to try IBNX tonight.
Yes.
I'm excited. I can't stop shaking it because I like the way it looks.
Is it a twist? It's a twist cap?
I think it's a twist cap. I hope it's a twist cap because I didn't even think about
right.
I didn't even think about that. Oh, man, I would be mad. We'll have to cancel the show so I can go get
we'd have to make our engineer put in some work.
So I can go get a bottle opener.
Right.
So, Jess, how was your week?
My week was tiring. I'm tired.
What did you do?
Work.
Work.
That's it.
Work.
Just work.
See me.
How are the little babies?
Ooh,
oh,
twist
okay.
and pop.
Oh. How are the little babies?
They are fantastic. So there's a little boy at my school. And his mom came in this morning and said to me, she said, I asked him, did he have friends at school? And he said, yes, I have friends at school. And she said, what are your friends' names? And he said, there's one little girl and Dr. Dunson.
Aw. How sweet.
So I'm one of his friends at school, which is so funny because they have to come to my office if they're in trouble. But they all like love me, so they want to come to my office. But then when they get there and I have conversations with them, they like break down crying.
Oh, because they feel like they're in trouble.
Yeah, but I don't like do anything. But I say stuff like, Jazz, should you be hitting your friends?
If they hit me first, I'm going to tear their asses up. That would be my answer at that age.
Jazz.
Miss Dunson. Sorry, Dr. Dunson.
That's not what we do with our friends. If someone hits you, you let your teacher know so that they can be in trouble. Because now you're the one sitting in here.
They should be here too.
you should keep your hands in your. No one saw them hit you. You keep your hands and your feet to yourself, Jazz.
My kids and my family would have a problem because I don't need you to see me hit me in order for it to be a problem. If someone hits you, you better hit their asses back, and then you go tell a teacher. That's it.
This tastes like cough medicine.
I feel like I'm drinking some mud right now for real because like look, no, honestly, y'all probably can't see this, but when you know like when you put something heavy in like a liquid,
it's thick.
It's really thick. You see
It's
the
very
liquid
thick.
at the top, and then you see. I feel like I'm drinking like glitter mud with
Like
liquor.
whatever they put in it to make it do that little fancy stuff.
It's really dense.
It's probably what it is. Because the real taste I taste is the vodka.
Right.
But the thickness, I think, is whatever that is, because it still looks like that shimmery whatever in the cup.
It is thick though. Like I feel like it's heavy too.
Yeah.
I feel like we might have some issues later tonight. You know. Just saying. It don't taste that bad, but.
So I don't know. Listen.
If you wanna
cups up because I didn't know this was gonna be like. You know, normally I'm giving us a full cup. You want some ice?
Maybe that'll be better. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't touch this ice. You want to just grab some ice?
I'll put a cup.
Oh yeah, duh.
No, but if you guys are thinking about this bottle, you might want to think 3 times before you get them.
So they have an orange one too.
Is it thick like this?
Yes. It's the same. It's the same thing.
Because I feel like this ice is gonna melt and it's just gonna sit at the top of the drink, and the glitter is gonna be at the bottom.
So, first of all, you know everybody is shocked that we have a drink of the week. But
why?
I don't know, because if you think about it, like if you like club or you go out or you do anything, you have drinks every time you go out if you're that type of person.
Right.
Or you drink like once a week. So us having a drink of the week is like not that big of a deal.
In my opinion, it's the same thing as if you're going to, when you go to a bar, you know what your drink is. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you know what you're getting. But if you're going to a different restaurant, every restaurant has their signature drinks. They have what they serve. And you're going to try something different. You're going to read what's in the drink. You're going to read what you may like. And then you're going to go with it. And
Right.
that's what we do.
I think we try to have some versatility in our drinks because
Right.
at the end of the day, like who wants to drink the same drink every weekend?
People who drink Hennessy out the bottle. Like, their pH is just completely off. Like, they just drink Hennessy every week. And, like, not even every time you go out, it's Hennessy. There is things more than, before there was Hennessy, there was other things, okay? So, just explore.
You know what I really like that I was surprised I liked?
What?
And I'm embarrassed to say how I first tasted it, but I'm going to say moonshine.
Okay. I've had some before.
No, I went to a bike club party in Athens, okay?
Yeah, you'd get moonshine from Athens. That sounds like a place.
And so my girlfriend and I used to be in a social club.
Uh-huh.
So we're there, we're at the bike club party, and my girlfriend and I are bored out our minds.
Okay.
And we're like making fun of the people there.
This sounds interesting.
Because I've never been to a party where the only people who had all their teeth were me and my friends.
Stop it. End of story. End of story.
Like, it was so bad.
That moonshine to do it to you.
We had to drink the moonshine.
No, I'm talking about the people's teeth.
Oh, that's
Yes.
what happened to their teeth?
Yes.
So we were like, that must be Athens' mouth. So from that day on, if I say somebody had the Athens mouth, my friends and I all know that means they're like missing some teeth or something. But like, so we're in Athens, we're making fun of people, we're kind of bored, it's a whack party, and this guy is drinking this moonshine, and he's got like a big jar of it. And we're like, what is that? He's like, moonshine, you want to taste it? Now, I'm not one to like drink after a random person, but for whatever reason, we tried his moonshine.
It was that type of night.
Yes, it was that type of night.
It was that type of night.
And the moonshine was delicious.
And those be the best type of nights. When you do something out of your ordinary, those be the best nights that you will never forget. So that's just what it was. You were doing something out of your ordinary.
I'm telling you, I like stepped outside the box because first of all, like even when I was like a smoker, I didn't like smoking with people I didn't know because I don't know where your mouth has been.
Right.
So for me to look at this dude with Athens mouth and still drink the moonshine,
right,
that was big.
That was huge.
That was big.
Huge.
Because I'm like paranoid about my teeth falling out.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what I would do if I lost my teeth. I think I would be devastated.
I would get that situation fixed so quick.
Listen, my tooth, I bit down and it felt sore the other day, and I was telling my husband, I'm like, I think my teeth are gonna fall out. He's looking at me like, are you kidding? Like, seriously, your teeth are gonna fall out because your mouth hurts? And I'm like, if they do, I'm telling you, I'm not going nowhere until I get it fixed. Like, no, you'll never see me.
Right.
I don't understand people who don't like that, who don't care about that.
I mean, I think it's their circumstances. If you can't fix it, it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna make the best of it anyway. Period. You know, you can't stay in hiding because you got a tooth missing. Like,
I would, man.
know?
I'd be homeless because I wouldn't go to work.
And that's probably, sir. Why you sitting underneath this bridge? It started in 1972. I lost my tooth, and it ain't been the same since. That's what it was.
Listen, I went to high school with a girl who was missing her tooth, and if you looked at her, she looked like she had all her teeth, and then she could go and suck the tooth out, and it would be gone, and then she could go
like your Mama D, like Mama D, you type. Like the
yes,
really?
But Mama D was an accident. This girl could sit in front of you, and she would be talking. You'd be like, "Yeah, girl," so she go. And the tooth will be gone.
No, ma'am.
Yes. And then she go, da, 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 and
like,
the tooth
listen,
will be back.
Don't do that shit no more. Don't do that no more again.
I'm telling you.
No.
I always wondered what happened to her because she was the funniest. So, you know, I'll be having the craziest stories, right? So the tooth story is like the least. One day she decided she was going to fight one of my friends, right?
Oh, she took the tooth out first before she started fighting.
Probably did.
You know, no, those things ain't cheap.
Out, so
that's what I'm saying. Those things ain't cheap.
I don't know what she did. All I know is she had been saying she was going to fight the girl all day. Mm-hmm. And now this was my friend. But in that moment, we weren't friends, so I didn't care. So I was one of those high school girls.
I understand.
So we had a mall right next to our school. Mm-hmm. Which, crazy, a mall. Right next to your high school. So she's looking for the girl after school because we had cheerleading practice, but she couldn't find the girl before.
Oh, it was that kind of beef. It must have been serious. She was looking for her.
Yes.
Cause I'm a see you when I see you type girl, but you looking for her.
She was looking for her, hunting her down all afternoon. So she finally finds her walking to the mall with one of my other friends. And it's funny because those two, I'm friends with them to this day, and this girl, I'm not friends with her at all. So she finally finds them. And they're ahead of us walking to the mall, right? Uh-huh. And she takes off running like something out of a movie behind the girl. And it's like in slow motion. So we all like, what is going on?
But y'all looking though. Yeah, right.
Slow motion, right behind her. She literally runs up on my friend, yanks her hair from behind and says, whack, and punches her in the face.
Molly whopped her.
Over the shoulder.
Damn.
And my friend, I love her to death. She turns around and says, wait, I got to do it right.
I was going to take a sip, but I feel like I shouldn't right now.
You just got because you're going to spit it out.
Okay.
You just got mollywopped, and you turn around and say, what's your problem, Shamika? I fell out. We were falling on cars and everything. We were falling out.
She ain't hit back. She ain't nothing.
No. She just said, what's your problem, Shamika? Hey, Shoot First Jones. Shout out to Shoot First Jones Films. Yes, what's your problem, Shamika? And that was the end of it. And then we were laughing so hard, it like threw Shamika off. So Shamika like stopped and looked at us. And then old girl ran into the mall.
Well, that's all it took.
She couldn't find her, right? So by the time we got back to the school, couldn't find her in the mall. Got back to school, she had told, and Shamika got suspended. Ooh, I would have been mad. I would have beat her up when I got back.
Well, you need proof to say that I hit you.
They didn't even ask no questions, like because the other girl was the witness.
Oh, I guess.
But really, if Shamika was smart, she'd have been like, no, I didn't ask them. They was with me.
Right.
The three of us against
versus
the
two. Right.
And I would have said, no,
I ain't seen nothing.
She didn't touch her. Like
okay. That girl got a missing tooth. Leave that girl alone.
Right. Her tooth could have got knocked out.
Okay.
She didn't even fight.
A whole disability over here.
Listen, I had people at my school that was missing. There was a girl that was missing an eye. and she could pop the eye out, and it was like.
I didn't have any friends missing limbs. I had friends missing limbs.
I didn't say these were my friends.
Oh, okay.
I said a girl at my school.
Clarity.
Yes, let me clarify. A girl at my school, she was missing an eye, and she would pop it out. It was a glass eye. Like, a glass eye.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. That's amazing.
That's amazing?
Yeah.
A glass eye?
What happened to you that you have a glass eye in the 8th grade?
She probably was born like that. And that's the age of creativity. Like, I know one of my homies, he's missing an arm. And before I knew him to be my homie, he would tell you about this shark incident where he was swimming out to shore so he could go on and get on his surfboard. And a shark came up and took half the surfboard in his arm. And, this big, story where you were just so in tune and you didn't want to miss out. And then he was like, nah, look, I just was born this way, So
the missing arm?
Right. He was born this way, So,
wait, I got to tell you this story. So, I saw this. So, you know how, everybody is making these, funny Facebook videos where they're, doing relationship scenes and all of this, right?
The how can you videos.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you notice that one dude that it's a dark-skinned dude, and he clearly is a dude, but he always is doing a woman, and he always toots his mouth up and wears really bright lipstick.
I'm not sure because there's so many men dressing as women.
No,
these days.
this is this one dude. If I showed you this dude, you'd be like, "Oh, that's who you're talking about."
I'm sure I would know, but I'm just saying it's such a plethora.
And he always
of
uses
them.
the name TT or something like that.
Blame it on Quay.
Maybe.
He's dark skinned. He'll have a purple wig on or whatever.
Yes.
He does that shoulder thing.
Yes.
Love him. Yeah. He from Houston.
So he has this one where he is the chick confronting her man for cheating.
Okay.
And he comes in and he's like, I seen you. How could you hold her, but you don't hold me? She put it in the text that you was holding her. She put it in the text how you run your fingers through her hair, how you caress her and treat her in ways that you never treated me. So he's standing there looking at her his face says, "Bitch, are you for real?" Right? That's what his face says.
Uh-huh.
Then finally he says, "TT, how I'm gonna caress somebody and I ain't got no arms?" And he didn't have no arms.
I see.
It was just like nubs.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I ain't running my hands through nobody's hair because I ain't got none." I was just sitting there oh my God. Oh my God. He is such a good sport because he was making fun of himself, but it was it was hilarious. I gotta find it.
But see, that's the thing. As the ethnic community, that's how you get through things. You roast on yourself. Your family will roast you harder than the people in the streets will roast you. That's just what it is. So when you can identify your flaws, whether it be physical, internal, or whatever, you can live with them and you can acknowledge them and you can make fun of yourself. That's the only way you can get over it. Period.
Exactly.
Y'all white people, stop taking your kids to therapy. Clown on their ass. Period. That's it. I guarantee you that's the only way you're going to get over it, because you're going to send them to school. Somebody going to clown them. They're going to be suicidal. Next you know, you're going to find them hanging. No, clown them in the house. Okay? Period.
They get a thick skin. You do get a
exactly.
thick. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm from a family. It's odd as it is. My dad didn't allow us to talk about people.
Okay.
So if you call somebody ugly, my dad, you'd be in trouble. My dad did not like that. He did not play that. But we would be clowning and joning each other in the house, and he would be laughing.
Right.
But he did not like you talking about, I guess, things that other people couldn't help.
Right. Right.
So he would really be like, "Don't you call nobody ugly."
Right. I know in the black community, you'd be like, all right, you keep talking about them. Your kid's going to come out some kind of way. You shut up real quick.
Listen.
You shut up real quick.
My husband talking about he want to have another kid. Every time he say something about a kid, I be like, dude, okay, you jinxing yourself.
Right.
Don't blame me. All your other kids beautiful.
Right.
We be done had a kid and now this kid ain't cute because you
ain't got a club foot.
But
right.
you gonna say it's me because the rest of the kids cute.
Right.
And it ain't my fault that you was talking about
Forrest Gump looking ass kid gonna come out. Yeah. E.T. looking at, that's how it's gonna be.
Jenny. I cannot with you. You're listening to No Filter Fridays right here on IBNX Radio. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Suck ass, fuck ass, thick of the boot ass, KY jelly packing ass, nigga. You better get your bitch ass up off the street, nigga. You got 5 seconds to get your hating ass up out here because it's some trill.
So I just had this new drink that I found in the liquor store called Vinique, and I only bought it because it's purple.
But we ain't gonna be buying it again.
No. So first of all, our fantastic stand-in engineer played sipping on some scissor. Why? Because this drink is thick like scissor. It looks
thick
like scissor.
Okay, and there's no reason why y'all need to ask or allow us to go into why we know what scissor look like and taste. That's beyond the
I saw
point.
Lil Wayne with some scissor. That's why I know what it looked like.
I'm gonna go with her answer. Okay.
Yes, Lil Wayne has scissor on TV, and that's why I know what it looks like. And this looks like scissor, and that's crazy. And it tastes thick. I said it tastes like.
See, but this don't taste like
medicine.
scissor though, because this tastes like liquor. I'm gonna stop talking because I might incriminate myself. But y'all don't get it if y'all don't like purple. If y'all not getting it because y'all don't like purple, there's no reason for y'all to get it.
So listen, I mean, you could try it. You might like it.
And that doesn't hurt. It's not like $100 a bottle.
For me, it's not my favorite. Like, it's one of those I could take it or leave it, and I'm gonna choose to leave it.
I'm gonna leave it
because it is really, really thick.
You know what this is? You know when you have like your own little wet bar, your own little bar in your house, and you buy bottles just to keep it on the bar. Don't nobody touch it. Don't nobody pop the bottles. It just
that
stay there to
pretty
be
bottle
cute.
you put on your bar?
Exactly. You just put it up there and you leave it. Don't nobody pop the bottle. Nobody touches it. That's what it is.
So if you want a bottle that looks good,
right, that you can talk about,
Vinique,
right,
VINIQ, looks really pretty. You can shake it up. You can put a light underneath it. It looks great lit up.
It does.
Shook up, but it is not good.
It's not drinking worthy.
No. I give this 2 thought pops.
I can't do it.
You gave
back
it
to
1?
back.
Oh, you gave I was gonna say you give it 1? And no, matter of fact, it gets 1. Because if we're doing a 5 thought pop scale, 5 being the best.
5 is like for loco. So yeah. Okay, so that would be a 1.
This is a 1. A 1 thought pop. Like, this is just not it.
The bottle's cute. The bottle's cute.
So, Jess.
Yes.
I have been struggling with trying to figure out, are we living in 2017 America? Or are we living in anytime before the 60s?
1950
in America,
yeah,
in Germany. Like, what the hell is going on?
Girl, this past weekend was just shaking head worthy. Completely shaking head worthy. And the funny thing is, I woke up to just everybody on Facebook going off about Charlottesville, and I'm like,
what the hell's happening in Charlottesville?
I know that's the bums. Like, what is in Charlottesville for anyone to have that as a trending topic? You know what I mean? So,
but I think that's why they picked it. You know, people on Facebook always say like, oh, bet they won't come here, bet they won't come there. You're right, they won't.
Right.
There's a reason they pick places like Charlottesville. Like, people talk about, oh, they come to Atlanta. No, the fuck they don't. They come
outside
to Stone Mountain.
Right.
Where they're inside a caged-in park where they are in a small town that's predominantly white. They don't come to see, like, people think, oh, because black people live in Stone Mountain. Yes, in parts of Stone Mountain, but they don't come to Stone Mountain. They go to downtown Stone Mountain, right by the mountain. They know where to go,
right.
And that's the thing. You're not seeing them coming to East Point, College Park, Decatur. Like, they're not doing that. They know better,
right.
So they knew Charlottesville. You know why they knew Charlottesville?
I'll be honest and tell you that I don't even know the statue in which they're speaking of. I don't know why this random statue that's been there for so long all of a sudden is worthy of a topic.
So what it is it is the statue of Robert E. Lee, you know, who was the main Confederate general during the Civil War. So for a lot of people, that is a sore subject, which understandably, you know, but at the end of the day, if you're really honest about it, you know, you get rid of Robert E. Lee, you got to go down the list. Like Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, all of them owned slaves. Like, so
all of them.
Are we getting down like that? Like, is that what we're going to be about?
Right.
If so, let's do it. But the reason they chose Charlottesville was, 1, for the statue, but 2, did you know Trump has a wine?
A wine?
Yes.
Like a wine, like a drinkable wine?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
And his bottling company is in Charlottesville.
I did not know that. How
Yes.
convenient.
How convenient.
Right.
And yeah, so what did you think about Trump taking 2 days to come out and say that, you know, the white supremacists and the neo-Nazis and all of them, the white nationalists, were wrong for what they did, and then taking less than a day to come back and say there were
equal parts of
violent people on one side and angry, out of control people on the other.
Right. It's just so funny how his social media rants are conveniently working to his favor. It took you 2 days to make a statement on something that you'll talk about Obama in a second. You know what I mean? And
Well, it's interesting because, you know, the CEO of Merck left his advisory council,
Right.
and he was tweeting about him in 54 minutes.
Right.
But then it took you 2 days to say something about the Nazis.
No, but what got me was there will be no more quitting of this council. You guys are all fired. Like, you cannot handle this like this is a TV show. So I don't know what I'm waiting for. I don't know if I'm waiting for an impeachment, because then we're gonna have to deal with the next crazy one. It's gonna be this is gonna be a long 4 years, period.
Well, you know, an interesting thing is that I saw an article that said Trump is 4 votes away from being impeached or something like that.
Is that it?
So, because basically they counted all the Democratic people who could vote for impeachment. And then they counted the Republicans who have been fighting him recently. And they're like, if 4 more people, or it was either 4 or 9. I don't know why those 2 numbers are standing out, but it was one of those 2. But they're like, if this number of people, but it's less than 10,
right?
People switch on over, easily he could be impeached by 2018. I think, you know, some people are like, oh, well, Mike Pence did this in Indiana, did that in Indiana. Listen, I get that. And Mike Pence probably is not that much better than Trump.
Right.
However, I do think Mike Pence has more sense than Trump. So we won't have the same threats of war. We won't have the same, like, international scandals and issues that we're having.
Right.
Mike Pence is very sneaky and calculating about his stuff.
Very
so he's
meticulous.
gonna do some crazy stuff.
Right.
He's already doing it. Like, you know, he's signing bills about, you know, church and state and just inappropriate stuff on a low.
Right.
He's being the deciding vote on stuff that's tied. And of course, voting for the right, you know, those right-wing conservatives.
Right.
Which you are to expect. However, I don't think he's going to be threatening North Korea. I don't think he's going to be trying to make Mexico pay for a wall that's just not going to damn happen.
You know what got me? He said, North Korea bet not. they best not. Where did he come from? They bets not. I was done. At that point in time in life, I was done.
What did he say?
They best not. You know, after your mama, you reaching for something that your mama say that you're not supposed to touch, and then she look at you, you best not. That got me. That was it.
Listen, we about to go in this store. You best not ask for nothing.
You best not touch nothing.
You already know the rules. Well, look, Trump said, I gotta let him know.
It's to me. For right now, and I'll be one of the few people to say it, for right now, because him being in office isn't directly affecting me personally as of yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna take it as comedy. I'm gonna take it as lightly, because that's just how I am. I'm gonna take it as light as I can. Him being in his office right now is not personally affecting me as of yet. And I don't know of anyone who is personally affecting as of yet, but I'm gonna take it as pure comedy. That was humorous.
I try. You know what? Initially, at first, I really hoped Trump would have gotten in office and said,
haha, tricked ya. Yeah.
Gotcha, Nazis. I'm not really on your side.
Right.
You know, I like people of color. And he just has disappointed me. And what made me, I'm going to tell you what made me have that little bit of hope. Holly Robinson Pete.
Okay.
She really went to bat for him when he was up for election. Because she talked about the fact that him and her husband play golf all the time. Their families like do stuff together. They have dinner together all the time. She's like, this dude who is like racist and over the top and all of this is not the guy that I know. This is not the guy that my family spends time with. So,
but that's why she should have had a problem with it. I remember when Pitbull went to, I don't remember what award show it had to be, but it had to be some Latin American awards because he was speaking in Spanish. And what he says is, I've been to your hotel from your invitation. I've dined with you. I've ate out with you. I've had my family around you. And for you to publicly speak on Hispanics and Cubans and Mexicans as if, you know, we're lesser than you, that's a problem for me. And at that point in time, when he heard it, he was done with it. So the fact that you play golf with this man and he's publicly speaking about different races and us being less than him, at that point in time, the person who you think you know is not who you know, period.
Well, that's what she kept saying, is like, she felt like it was a ploy to get elected. Like, he was saying those things.
That's not a good person, though.
To get the votes. And that he would, you know, come out and be like, gotcha, you know? And she's like, and she wasn't the only black celebrity to come out and say that. Like, so many of them are like, we eat dinner with him. Like, we have
So is that
outings and-
is that the only reason? That's like high school. You pick the prom queen because you know her, but she, you know, you pick the student body president because you know him, not because they believe in what you. Was that you?
Yeah.
Was your friends picking you and they didn't believe in your journeys and what you were standing for?
Everybody believed in me.
Okay, well, but you
still
can't
do.
pick anybody.
You know what is so funny? Tons of high school friends have logged into Facebook Live. I'm serious. I can tell you right now how many, but you keep talking. I'm gonna count.
I just feel like you can't. They picked him based off of his public image, and they picked him off of his social status more so than his ability to run a country, and that was just not correct. That wasn't the right thing to do at all.
Right. Well, 6 high school friends.
Hey y'all, y'all don't got to tell me no stories. I already know about her high school days.
I was totally different in high school.
Oh, I know.
I was sweet in high school. I was a sweet, innocent person in
I'm
high
not sure
school.
if I should believe you or not.
I was judgmental.
Were you?
Yes.
I was too. I was a lot more non-open-minded. Is that the word? I wasn't open-minded in high school.
That's why I say I was judgmental. Hi,
Yeah.
Sharitha. So, in high school, I was... she's having sex? She's a hoe. That was me.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Like, all the way up till senior year.
Really?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I mean, our times were different. So mine's was you gave him head in the bathroom, girl. You was a hoe. You know, it was more like that.
No, we knew girls that were giving head long before. So,
Okay.
Like, I remember this guy in 7th grade came to school with a photo of a girl giving him head. Yeah.
Like a Polaroid, like a flick flick.
I
Or
mean,
like a Kodak, like
a Polaroid. Everybody's laughing because she was shaking her hand like she's shaking a Polaroid.
like I have to be visual. Like is
Yeah.
it like
Yeah,
one of
like a
those?
Polaroid.
Ooh, and it prints out.
Yeah. And like she like looked up at that moment, so her eyes are looking up.
Oh, she was definitely showing for the camera. Damn.
Yes,
She probably
showed.
heard that click and then, bitch, you know.
And it was messed up because I liked him.
Dang.
And that totally.
Then you found out that he was taking pictures of bitches, and you was like, nope, fired.
Yeah, he was like, nah, that was a dare. Get out of here.
Okay.
Somebody dared you to let her suck your thing and you take a photo and you think I'm gonna give you the time of day?
I don't think. I mean, well, this was back in the day, but now
I was Miss Prude America.
Were
you? Yes.
Okay.
Like me being on No Filter Fridays is so funny compared to how I was from like 7th grade when I got like really knowledgeable about like sex up until I got to college.
Oh wow.
No, I'll say senior year. Because I think the summer after college is when I kind of like blossomed and like
Found yourself.
I did because I spent the summer with my sister.
Oh, okay. So she let you be a woman.
She was going to Florida State.
Okay.
So I spent the summer in Tallahassee.
Oh.
Yeah.
College City, Tallahassee.
So I spent the summer in Tallahassee, and it was crazy because I used to use her ID to get in places.
I've heard. Mm-hmm. No shame.
We look nothing alike.
Hey, look.
To me, we don't look alike.
Allowing you in is money spent. So come on.
Oh yeah, yeah. So we used to go everywhere. I mean, and it wasn't like I had I was turned out that summer. No, it wasn't like that. I still went to college a virgin.
Right.
But I don't know. I broadened my horizons.
Oh, I love that. It's beautiful.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Yes. My horizons were broadened and
yes.
I wasn't so judgmental. Because I'm telling you, I was that friend.
Uh-huh.
Ugh. She's having sex. I don't think we should talk to her.
Ooh. He was an influencer too.
Yes.
She cannot sit with us.
I heard she such and such. She's a hoe. I was that friend. I was. Shame on me. Shame on me, y'all.
Now look at her.
I'm like, girl, you ain't such and such.
Right. Girl, you ain't doing that on top of your head button. I know, yeah.
See, now I'm on some different stuff though now. Because I'm like, shoot, I got a husband. You got to keep your husband. Like,
right, true.
So, no shouldn't be in your vocabulary.
Right.
Unless it involves other people. Then you can say no.
No, then you can think about it.
No, then I say no.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Because then I always say, like, you know how guys be like, oh, threesomes and all of that?
Uh-huh.
I'd be like, so does that include me and two dudes? That ends that conversation right there.
Ended right there, yeah.
Oh, you want to see a female touch me? So am I going to see this dude touch you? Did somebody scream out there as soon as I said that?
I don't know.
It was funny. Y'all couldn't hear it, but at the station, as soon as I said, is the dude going to touch you? It was like a timed screen. That was like perfect. I don't know who screamed. You did that? Oh.
Look at him.
Oh, you are on point today.
Coming with it.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. You're listening to No Filter Fridays right here on IBNX Radio with your girl, Miss Poison Ivy, and the lovely, the oh so chocolatey, oh so jazzy.
Yes.
And we'll be right back. and a Moscato.
Yeah,
but
and,
it's thick.
and you taste the
reason.
glitter.
Yeah. We decided it's the glitter that makes it thick. So I was asking the question because we just heard Adina Howard, "Freak Like Me," which, you know, oddly enough was like the jam when I started college. Even though like I was a virgin.
Right.
Like I would be like dancing and
you
like,
still jamming to it.
Yeah, I was one of those people that liked. I like to dance, but I also like to be the center of attention.
Okay.
So like in high school, I was on a dance squad. I always wanted to stand on the 50-yard line, which because of my height, I always did. So it worked. So like even when I went to college, like we would go to all the clubs. This is when like the clubs in Atlanta used to be crazy.
Buckhead area.
Buckhead everywhere.
Yeah.
Right. So we go to the club. Like if I'm not standing in the center of the floor dancing, I'm up on a box or up on a riser or on a stage or something. Like dancing, having a good time.
Yeah. When I go to the club, I'm prepared to act a fool. So yeah, I understand.
So we would like this song, Adina Howard, "Freak Like Me." Oh my gosh. You'd have dudes like trying to climb up on the thing to dance with you, and you're like, dude,
right?
I'm up here for a reason.
It's
like,
just a song.
Right, it's just a song. I'm not even like that. So I asked the question, what is a freak?
No, that wasn't. Was that your question, or you said what is too freaky?
No, I said what is nasty?
What is nasty? Right.
And what is a freak?
In my definition, or to the world, for me, what's too nasty for me is when it includes bodily fluids. You cannot R. Kelly me. You cannot 2 girls, 1 cup me. I'm sorry. That's not happening.
Wait. What?
Don't tell me you don't know about 2 girls and 1 cup.
No.
You don't know about 2 girls and 1 cup?
What
you do?
is?
She don't? That's a problem. That's an issue. This was like 10 years ago, like 15 years ago, 2 girls and 1 cup.
And 1 cup.
Okay, when you go home tonight, I don't want you doing now because I'm not trying to hear the reaction of it. 2 girls and 1 cup. You
gotta say it because we're on air.
Everyone knows about 2 girls and 1 cup.
Do y'all know what 2 girls and 1 cup is?
One person say no, and I tell you. But yes.
Does anybody know what 2 girls and 1 cup is? Because I don't know, and we're talking about
Let
it.
one of your viewers say
And I'm
no,
like,
and I will go into great detail about what 2 girls and 1 cup is.
I don't know what this is. 2 girls. What is that?
Keith is coming with it today. Yes.
That sounds like poop.
That's
Does it have something to do with poop?
Keith is coming with it today, y'all. We have the best engineer in the house tonight.
So wait. See? Somebody said no.
Okay.
So explain for those who are watching us on YouTube,
anywhere,
IBNX Radio Network, on Facebook Live, who are listening online, please explain to them what is 2 girls and 1 cup, because I don't know.
Okay, this came out back in like 2000, and it was a single digit. That's all I know. And it was these 2 white girls, and they had a cup, and they were pooping in the cup, rubbing it, eating it, massaging it, playing with it. It was a porn video. 2 girls, and there was 2 girls, and there was 1 cup, and they were both using the cup.
So wait.
And I mean,
that's what 2 girls and 1 cup is?
Yes. And the reason why I say that's nasty because that is someone's fetish.
I don't care if it's 1 girl and 50 cups.
We don't need no cup, period.
5 people in a bucket. Like, that's disgusting.
Oh, trust me, there was a whole trend when this came out. There was 3 girls and 1 cup. It was definitely a trend.
So people were like reenacting this nasty ass video?
Yes, and they were. This is when the internet, this was when dial-up was out, you know?
So let me say this. If it was in the single digits, I was living real life. So I was not on like social media like that.
It wasn't social media time. Like this was before Facebook. This was before.
Like no, like I'm saying like I got out of any kind of like internet, being on the internet and all that. I stopped doing that when I graduated college. Like so I didn't care about the internet.
Understood.
So I only got back on social media because I was working with high school students and they would not respond to emails.
Right.
But if you hit them up on Facebook,
right,
they're quick to respond.
Right.
And so that was like 2009. So for a good
this was before 2009 for
sure.
So
for a good 8-9 years, I was not on any kind of internet, social media, any of that.
Well, that's why you missed it.
Yes.
Tonight, if you can, look
I don't
it up.
Want to see it.
No. Let me tell you.
Why would I want to look?
Let me tell you. Let me tell you.
First of all, That's a skill that you shouldn't even know that you have, that you can aim it into a cup. Like, that's just ridiculous.
I don't know what these hoes ate before they used that cup, but if you have watched it, this is my thing. I'm very squeamish when it comes to certain things.
Right.
Very squeamish when it comes to
Especially
certain things. But this is back when people were speaking about it so heavily. It was like you had to figure out what it was. No. So maybe right now you're just like, okay, I don't know. I don't want to call it that, but it's like the same thing when someone says, you're seeing all these trending topics, hashtag Charlottesville, hashtag this, hashtag that. You're like, okay, I need to see what the hell it is. Right. So this is back in the day when everybody was talking about it. So you had to go and figure out what it was. And the only way to figure out what it was is to go actually watch the video.
But see, no, I don't think I would have watched that.
No, you would.
Somebody said I should have known it was a white girl thing. Because I'm not two girls in one cup. I don't know any sisters.
There was no sisters.
And look, let me just say this. I got some white girlfriends that just ain't finna do that either. Like, they're not getting
all my white friends, they straight hood. They will tell you about
even
yourself
my
quick.
Non-hood white friends
I don't have any.
Two girls in one cup.
I don't have any. Maybe that's my fault. But even them, I know for a fact they wouldn't be.
You don't have any non-hood white friends?
No, ma'am.
So all your white friends are from the hood?
Hood. Pompano Beach, Florida. Straight hood.
See,
Kodak Black got the whole... 6 at the bottom type. Yes.
Wow.
So those are the only white girls I know.
No, I have
with a name like Chelsea and Ashley. Hey, girl.
I actually went to high school with I went to a pretty diverse high school.
I did too, but it was diverse, but it was clicked.
In that it was in the hood.
Okay.
And there was a hood element. And there were some white people, some black people who were hood.
Yeah.
There were also some white people, black people who were not.
Right.
So some of my white friends from high school are not. And even I also have white friends from law school.
I want to stop you real quick, Tosh. So I finally finished my cup. I want Tosh to take a look at the bottom of this cup.
Is it a worm?
No, it's not a worm. I just want you see how thick it is at the bottom of this cup. Do you see what I'm talking about?
It's like a foam.
It's residual glitter at the bottom of this cup.
I see it. And it's like if you hold your cup to the side, it slides. Whose idea was this?
A person who wasn't blessed with a lava lamp at the age of 9. They said, you know what, Mama, you wouldn't give me a lava lamp when I was 9. I'm going to make my own and profit.
Like underneath it blowing smoke up.
My insides are warm, and I'm not sure if that's the liquor or the glitter.
I think it's the liquor.
Okay. Okay. I'm nervous.
She's nervous. And she's got her drive home.
I've drove home on we've emptied bottles before. Okay, I am good. We have emptied.
Look, why you telling all our business?
We've had no take home. Okay, we've emptied the ice bucket before. Okay, I'm good.
No, you know what? Definitely had me feeling a little. I'm not sure
when.
Fine Wine Enterprises.
Yes,
those little huggy things.
Yes,
were. Shout out to Fine Wine
Enterprises.
Enterprises.
The thing with those they make you feel like. Comfortable good.
Yes.
So I had took 2 home with me and I was like, okay, I'm sipping this on the world, and it's in a nice bottle where, you can sip in public because no one would know.
They think it's a juice.
Right. And I was lovely. So
yeah,
if you guys
lovely for like a week.
Right. No, trust me. And I'm just sitting here waiting like, okay, what kind of shindig can I have to get her up out of here so I can get some of her Fine Wine Enterprises?
I've been trying to I'm just going to go meet her and get some.
Right.
Because
throw them in my purse.
Yeah, because you just.
If y'all haven't had any, if you're in the Atlanta area, and she ships, I've heard she ships. So
she does. Fine Wine Enterprises, Facebook and Instagram.
Yes,
they are really good mixed drinks. So she ships out of state too, y'all. So get you some. So Jazz.
Yes.
The rundown is tomorrow.
It is. I'm excited.
I am excited. For those who don't know. Here at IBNX Radio, we do what's called a rundown. And we broadcast live from 11 a.m. To 11 p.m.
12 hours.
12 hours.
12 hours of...
Facebook told me my video was too long, so they're going to post it.
Facebook, why you all up in the Kool-Aid, though?
So I guess an hour is my limit. Let me start back for all those who's watching.
Yes, the rundown tomorrow is going to be fun and exciting. It's going to be all the shows on IBNX Radio here.
I'm trying to start my Facebook Live back before I explain so they can hear it too. So bear with me. So, yeah, I guess hour is your limit.
I've never gone live that long.
Me neither. That was the longest I've gone live. So we're back on a new live stream. And so the rundown is live right here at IBNX Radio. Sometimes we do it remotely. Like we'll go to a club and take over for the day. We'll go to a restaurant, take over for the day. But it's literally from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m.
12 long, happy hours.
Now, normally, the only people who stay the whole time are me and Trish.
Okay.
I said normally. So
I'll be here with you, Keith. I'll be here with you.
I'm excited to see who can hang.
I can hang.
So Jazz says she's going to hang.
I might fall asleep, but I'll still be here, though. That's all that counts.
So Keith is going to be here.
Yes.
Crazy Ace is coming.
Yes.
He's actually rapping.
Crazy Ace will be here.
He's rapping?
Yes.
And I heard there might be a cipher.
Oh, that is dope.
So he's going to be in a cipher,
live for it.
So I'm excited about that. Oh, man. Everybody's going to be here tomorrow.
Yes.
So 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. live. You can tune in, IBNXradio.com.
Mm-hmm.
I love the rundown because you never know who's going to fall through. You never know what you're going to talk about. It's
right.
like a nonstop flow. Eating, sometimes drinking, but you're having a good time.
I'm just picturing like fun pandemonium. Not crazy pandemonium, not unorganized or but just fun pandemonium where it's just it's great to rub elbows, network. It's great to, meet up with everybody and see what they doing and what they working with. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Hey, my boo, Ike, logged on. Hi, Ike. We're Ike and Tina. So the rundown is live tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And for those who don't know, we're doing something different on the rundown tomorrow.
Are we? What are we doing? Because I don't know. Do I know?
We're doing a love connection.
Oh, gosh.
Which I'm so excited about.
Okay.
So Jazz is our bachelorette.
Well, I meant to tell you I'm married.
Girl, bye.
Look, girl, bye.
You get the serious one on that and the thought pop.
Roll her eyes and everything.
Look, he gave you one too.
Keith, look.
Exactly. So we will be doing Love Connection. Jazz is our bachelorette.
Oh, boy.
And we have 3 bachelors.
Do you?
Oh, yeah, we do.
Do I get to see them first?
Hell no.
Because I'm a visual type person.
No, ma'am. No.
Okay.
So
I'm going to pray about it tonight. I don't typically pray. So
I think we need to come up with our questions that you're going to ask your bachelors.
I have to ask some questions?
Yes. That's how love can. Okay.
But I'm from Unfiltered Friday, and it's going to be Saturday. Can I still be unfiltered on a Saturday?
I don't know what time we're doing it, but I would say yes. Let me tell you how I operate. I hope Trisha ain't listening. I usually just do it and then ask for forgiveness later.
Right. Okay.
What did he say?
Like the dating game.
Yes. So they are behind.
But see, we don't know what goes on behind the scenes at the dating game. You know what I mean?
I do. So what happens is we will have 3 bachelors.
Okay.
And you, also Jazzy.
In the flesh.
So you will be in one room, and our bachelors will be over there.
Okay.
Like you see how it's dark over there? You can't see over there?
I see. They have the whole production set up. This was spoken about 3 weeks ago or so.
Yes.
I didn't think y'all were serious.
Oh, no, I was serious.
She was dead serious.
So you'll be able to ask each bachelor questions. They'll answer.
My questions are going to be deep, though. Poison, how your mama raised you? Did your mama beat you when you was supposed to get beat? Those are good questions.
You gotta ask questions like that, but you also gotta ask questions like, I need to see your questions. So I'm gonna let you write your questions tonight, but you have to have them tomorrow when you come.
Oh gosh,
because I have to get final approval of your questions.
Okay. She giving me, y'all hear that homework she just gave me though, right?
Keith, how many questions do you think she should have for her dating game? 10. 10
Okay.
questions.
Okay.
So 10 questions, 3 bachelors, dating game tomorrow during the rundown.
All right.
I'm excited, but Jazz.
Yes.
You gotta agree that once you pitch a bachelor, you're gonna go on the date.
I'll go.
You will?
I'll go, yeah.
Okay. Did you all hear that?
I'll go. I will definitely go.
It's gonna be.
If these bachelors are listening, don't be boring. I will call you out on your shit. You see what show I'm on. Okay? Don't try to run game because trust me, believe me, I run game with the best of them. Don't come with it.
This is Jazz. Hold on. Somebody said, let me see her.
No, we already got the 3 contestants picked. Let me see you first because I might pick you myself.
This is Jazz. She is going to be our bachelorette tomorrow. So we got the 3 bachelors that will be on the show. It's going to be live. You don't want to miss it. I guarantee. You hear this, you hear me saying this, so you know if I'm saying this, it's going to be true. I guarantee it's going to be a good time because, number one, Jazz is not boring. So Jazz is going to be funny. She's going to be extra. I'm going to be funny. I'm going to be extra. I'm the host of that segment.
Are you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I thought Keith would have stepped in. And...
Oh, no. Keith is helping. Keith is my production manager. He's the producer.
He coming with it today.
Keith is who found our bachelors.
Really?
Yes.
You're not going to show me him?
No.
Show me like a leg or a body part. Like, show me an arm. They black. Well, they got to be black because I ain't never done nothing else. I ain't done no.
Maybe we need to mix it up, Keith, and get somebody who's not black in here.
Like what? An Asian? A white man?
A little.
I don't know about that. I need to see who he voted for first.
He voted,
okay.
He voted for Bernie Sanders.
Okay. See, bring him on. Bring him on. Okay.
So. Look, he talking about, hey, Jazz.
Hey.
But I'm married.
Bye. Get your ass off live.
She said bye. Get your ass off live. So, Jazz.
Yes.
Get your questions together.
Okay, 10
I have
questions.
to approve them.
I'm going to Google it. Google always helps me with stuff.
Veto a question and give you another question.
I don't know if I like this. What is the date going to consist of? Like, do I got to give him something at the end of the night?
Did y'all hear that? Jazz just asked me, did she have to give her date something at the end of the night?
You know.
I am neither condoning or encouraging that.
Okay.
Should you choose? Look. Ike said, duh. I'm not condoning that. Should you choose to bust it open?
Okay.
That is your choice.
Okay.
I don't want to know.
Duly noted.
I don't want to know.
Duly noted.
Do you want to know, Keith?
I'm going to tell y'all anyway. Like, look. Y'all know. I'm going to tell y'all anyway. Like, look. Okay?
So, Jazz, now, I'm going to need you to pull the hair down.
No. What do you mean? What do you mean? Do you know how long it takes to tame this in a ponytail?
I know.
Oh, God.
Come on, Jazz.
I'm going to see what I can do. It's going to be hot tomorrow.
He's going to bust it.
I'm going to see what I can
let me tell
do.
you, Jazz is like a chocolate, like...
marshmallow.
No, that's not what I was going to say.
Oh.
She's talking about a chocolate marshmallow. No. Jazz, I was about to say something about your hair. Like a chocolate Dominican.
Oh.
It's like curly, but like she has great hair. But she always wears it in a ponytail.
Because you know that humidity is the death of my hair.
I believe that. Trust me. Why you think
like
my
I'm
hair
gonna
is
have to
braided?
come here with, you know,
My hair is the same way, so that's why my hair is braided. But I'm just saying to you.
I'm gonna see what I could do.
Yeah, try to jazz it up.
I mean, I could do hair and everything. You know, I've done hair in my bedroom and in my kitchen before, but I just don't do my own hair.
See.
But that's just typically how it goes.
Do we have to have hair and makeup on set? Here?
No. I'll
we
get
got the lights.
No, I'll get it together somewhat. Okay. I'll get it together.
Because I think you're gonna be pleasantly surprised.
Am I? Have you seen them?
I have.
Have you? So I don't get a glimpse.
Nope.
I can't see a bottom lip.
Love you too, Ike.
I can't see a bottom lip.
No.
A hairline.
You can't see nothing. All you know is they're black. And they're men. They were born men.
Glory!
And look, at least we think.
At this point, that's all we know.
That's the best we can hope for. That's the best we can hope for.
I'm with it.
So I say we're going to have a good time. You're going to be open-minded.
I am always.
It's going to be fun.
Okay.
This is something new. We've never done this on a rundown.
I just hope it's no one that I know, because you know Atlanta is small. You know?
You don't know him.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so. Do you think she knows him? No, I don't think so.
Just give me their social. I'll look them up real quick.
We're not giving you. First of all, why would we have the dude's social?
I felt like y'all should have run like a full-fledged, full-panel background check. It's crazies in this world.
Really?
Yeah.
Jazz?
Okay. It's just a date.
I was about to say, didn't we establish that you had a little crazy too?
I did.
Right.
I did.
Thank you. So
he gonna be like, she came back speaking like she came from London. I don't know what the hell was wrong with this girl.
Okay,
I thought she was
first
from
of all,
Miami.
I gotta hear.
That's how it's gonna be.
I gotta hear. You've talked about it, but you've never done it. So go.
You've heard my British accent before.
I don't recall.
You haven't?
No.
No, I'm not sure. I can't.
No.
You've heard it.
Keith said no.
What?
We haven't.
I'll throw it on a little bit later. I feel like I'm on the spot.
You have to randomly do it.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll let you slide.
Okay.
For now.
I'll come with it. I will.
Maybe you should talk with your British accent
the entire time.
Yes.
Because sometimes it pop out and I'm just like back to the hood. You know what I mean? So I'll try.
Yeah, maybe do that, and then that will be interesting because he thinks.
Like, how do you feel about international women?
Yes.
Like stuff like that. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm excited. I hope y'all didn't pick nobody crazy.
We're going to be right back. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to No Filter Fridays right here on IBNXradio.com. We'll be-
I like that. You like that?
Here's another one.
And another one.
And another one.
And another one.
You must be used to me spending and all that sweet whining and dining when I'm fucking you tonight.
There's another one. And another one. What? Some say the X make the sex spectacular. Make me lick you from your neck to your back, then you're shivering, tongue delivering, chills up that spine, that ass is mine. Skip the wine and the candlelight, no crystal tonight. It's alright with you, we fucking. That's deja vu, the blood spark, finger fucking in the park, pissy off Bacardi Dark. Remember when I used to play between your legs? You begged for me to stop because you know where it would head, straight to your mother's bed. Not the Marriott, we'd be lucky if we find a spot next to your sister. Damn, I really missed her. Way she used to rub my back when I hit that. Way she used to giggle when your ass would wiggle. Now I know you used to sweets at the Parker Meridian, trips to the Caribbean, but tonight no ends.
You must be used to me spending. You must be used to me. All that sweet whining and dining. I'm fucking you tonight.
There's another
fucking
one.
you tonight.
List of things, y'all. Okay. Let's run it back. You are listening to IBNX Radio, No Filter Fridays. I have the lovely, the educated, the come for you when you're ready for it. Oh, look, okay, Miss Poison Ivy.
Yes. Come through.
Look, teamwork with the dream work.
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Right. Yes. So, the other thing I'm excited about in the rundown is the cipher, okay?
The cipher?
Yes.
Okay.
So, I have already told Ace.
Uh-huh.
I told him, I said, you know you better kill everybody in that cipher.
He needs to murder everybody. Like, because I'm an Ace fan. You know, the first time he came here and, you know, he spit a couple of bars, I was like, yeah, y'all ain't hear me because I was in the back. I was being a hype man. Like, I'm like the official hype man. So, you know, he has to. Because I don't know nobody else, you know? So he has to.
I sent that to him in a text. And he sent me that text back with the, like, plain face, like.
What else?
Right.
Okay.
He's like, duh.
Right.
I'm like, really?
Right.
He's like, you said that like you had to say that to me.
See,
I'm like,
I live for that. Confidence. You got to have it.
Oh, you don't know what ACE stands for.
I don't.
ACE stands for arrogantly checking everyone.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Look, Ace, when you come out with your first official album, you know they have like the dedications and the acknowledgments. I need to be like after Tosh. Okay, I won't be that close, but you need to put me like in the first top 5 because I'm a fan now. You know what I mean? Like that's dope.
Yeah. So his name is Crazy's arrogantly checking everyone.
That is dope.
Yeah. So he is like, yeah, I'm gonna kill it. First of all, we only found out about the cipher because. The question was asked, what time did he want to perform? So I said to him, well, what time do you want to perform? He said, how many times can I perform?
Yes.
I'm like, really? I didn't even think about that. So then I asked that, and then I was told about the cipher, and he was like, oh, yeah.
I live for ciphers. I love battle rap. Like, my favorite battle rap artist is Charlie Clips. When I tell you that man.
Well, I'm wondering who else is going to be in the cipher.
If Charlie Clips want to pull through, Arsenio, you know, like,
I might get in the cipher. What's up?
Okay.
I don't have nothing for the cipher.
Negative. We got rapping games, like rapping paper games. She had it ready for you. She was like, Jasmine, I lost my glasses, so the next time he writes something on that board, I got something for him.
So our engineer writes on this little whiteboard to let us know stuff.
And I hadn't been realizing that you've been asking me what it said the entire night.
Yes, so I don't have my glasses, so I cannot see what he's saying. So I've been asking Jazz, like, what did he say? And she's like just saying it, not even thinking. So I looked, and he has a tiny whiteboard for us. So I wrote on it, and I said, it says, I cannot see that. And I told Jazz, watch, next time he say something, I'm going to hold this up to him so he know. I cannot see that.
So rapping games, is that going to be like, guess where this song came from? Guess whose beat this is type? Like, what kind of games are we going to have? Huh? Okay. I think that, you said words, right? Yeah, words. So, I mean, okay. But, I mean, it depends on which generation and what their inspirations, because if they like a broad range, okay.
See, like, once before, I did a old school hip-hop game.
I like old school hip hop.
And that was fun.
I'm not a mumble rap fan.
But I realized that when I go old school, and I will stump you. So it ended up being like people was like pass, pass,
right.
Pass. I'm like, for real? You don't know Finesse and Quest? And they like,
see,
no.
You can't play because I don't even know who that is.
See, they the chicks that made the MCM leather suits popular.
Oh,
that everybody was loving. See, that's how I get you, because I'll go into something like that.
We can take it back to the early 90s and we can leave it right there.
Nope, I'll be going back to the 80s. And actually, Finesse and Quest was really 88, 89.
I wasn't
90s.
even thought of yet.
You said early 90s. I'm just telling you, they was in the early 90s. So they would have, if I said, name one BWP song.
I don't know.
And they're from Florida.
Are they?
I think so. Bitches with Problems.
From North Florida?
Probably. I don't know.
That doesn't count.
You're one of those.
Those don't count. So
So I really think you should drink some more of this because I don't want to take this home.
You better take that home to Crazy Ace. You want some? Yes. Come on. Come get glitterfied. We passing this bottle out.
Come on, get a cup.
Of course. Oh, Jamaican accent. I hear it. Yes. Blah, 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 blah.
You want a glass? So we are sharing.
This ain't no red stripe, all right? It's not no red stripe.
You got to introduce yourself?
He has to.
I want to say good evening to everyone. My name is Dione. First time in the studio of IBNX.
It's your first time?
It's my first time, yeah.
Oh, really? You see how respectful he came with the real Jamaican good evening?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a real Jamaican. You can't come at nobody else without speaking, right? All right. He came with it, though.
You know, I was going to say that's definitely a Caribbean thing.
It is.
Because, like, my family does not play. Like, I didn't sleep with you last night.
What?
Okay. It's true. It's definitely because the way how I grew up, my mom taught me to say good evening.
Right.
Whenever time of the day,
Right.
You have to be respectful.
Mm-hmm. You might not like them, but you got to be respectful.
Of me,
Right. Right.
I'll be out there like in the days and like, I'll be saying good evening to people, but they don't answer me,
But that's as long as you spoke.
Always like, like shit,
Yeah. But some people just aren't raised like that. Aren't so respectful. So don't let it bother you.
It's funny to me because being Jamaican, you always hear Jamaicans are the most. They are what do they say? They're the most rudest, polite people you've ever met in your life.
Yeah, as much as we have like a lot of negative about us, like you can get the best out of us.
Right.
And it's just the way, how it is.
You can't base your interaction with us on the Jamaican restaurant asking for extra gravy. That's not the life that we live, So I understand. I get it.
Yeah, but it's a pleasure being here.
Good. We always love surprise guests.
It wasn't planned or anything, and
welcome.
And thank you for having me.
That's the one thing we don't have filters. Our show is called No Filter Friday,
right?
So we just do whatever we want.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Well, that's me. Coming from Jamaica, that's my vibes.
Do what you want to do.
I call it freestyle.
Yes.
Okay.
And
yes.
Sooner or later, we have my show.
You will?
Yeah, of course.
What's it gonna be about?
Freestyle, just make it happen.
Okay. Is it gonna be reggae based or
reggae based?
Okay.
We're trying to get the reggae station up and running.
Yes.
The IBNX.
Okay.
Nice.
I want it to be the #1 station in the IBNX.
Okay.
I know Atlanta station is doing well now.
Yeah.
But the Caribbean station, I want it to have the energy and the vibes, and I feel like I have it.
Yeah.
I feel like whatever I put my mind to, I know it can work.
Okay.
And I feel like that's what it wants. You need that energy, you need that background.
Yes.
First of all, because you can't have somebody that don't come from
the places from the Caribbean.
To do it,
So is it gonna be reggae or soca? Is it gonna be everything from the Caribbean?
It's gonna be everything as long as it's Caribbean.
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna be. And we want from all the Caribbean,
all
islands.
West Indies.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Aaron
beautiful.
Just logged in on Facebook Live. He said, "What up, Leon?"
Yeah, big up, Aaron. Thank you for all the hard work that you put in. I know you're doing a good job, and thank you. And as I was saying, I want to get the Caribbean station up and running. I want it to be the #1 station. And I just want to reach out to anyone out there that, can assist, to help and get it up and running. Whatever whatever you can put in.
Yeah.
Always welcome,
right.
We are determined and, as
That's
you know, tomorrow we have
exciting.
a big day. And it's all about promotion and getting everybody in and getting everybody on board. And, we're in it and we're in it to win it.
Definitely.
And that's the word.
Well, it sounds like a plan to me. I definitely love the idea of the Caribbean station.
I do too.
I am big on the Caribbean music.
Yes.
I love going to the Caribbean. I love it. Love going to Carnival.
Yes.
Going to play mas, do different things.
Bacchanal. Yes, all of that.
It's funny because I haven't been to that many, but I want to go to each of the different ones. Like I have a girlfriend. She's been to like all of them.
Yeah, I know
She has
people who go to
costumes from
Canada.
everywhere.
They go to Canada for their carnival. Trinidad, Barbados.
I did Barbados.
I know. I saw. You definitely came with it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And you know what? It's funny because we picked our outfit and we didn't know we were frontline.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
And
big.
Ended up on the BBC and everything.
That's big.
Yeah.
But have you ever been to Jamaica?
Yes.
You have? Yeah,
I've been to Jamaica.
We're in Jamaica.
My parents are from Kingston, Portmore.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
man.
okay,
I
I've been
know that.
St. Catherine, all that. I spent the whole summer there. So we was up in the mountains. Went to Montego Bay. Went to Tivoli. You know, I have some family in
that's
Tivoli.
good.
So yeah, I'm Jamaican.
That's good. Well, you know, it's good to touch base. It's good to be there. You know?
Yeah.
You know, the real life, the real situation, and
Right.
You know, it's like what it is. You know.
Right.
And you know, I'm just thankful to be here, and you know, we're just looking forward to the best. You know.
Definitely.
Aaron said smoking the weed. Aaron, I did not smoke any weed when I was in Jamaica.
Let me tell you guys before you visit Jamaica, weed is illegal in Jamaica. Do not go there thinking that you're gonna roll up and slide up. It's illegal, okay?
Really?
Yes,
No,
Jamaica's weed is illegal in Jamaica. You know, they
I don't
probably
think
ain't
it's
gonna
illegal. You just don't have a lot. You know.
right. Don't think that you're gonna come back with 6 pounds.
Nah,
or
yeah,
what, you're
that's
not
it.
coming back with a
Yeah.
suitcase
Yeah,
full.
You can just you can go down there and smoke 6 pounds, but don't try to bring it back.
Right.
You know, you may spend 6 years.
Right.
I didn't smoke in Jamaica. I drank.
You drink, yeah.
Yeah, I drank. We went to a lot of little clubs. And
Okay.
We went to Bob Marley's grave.
Uh-huh.
So we went different places. I was in a lot of different cities. My friend had a friend who was a cab driver there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he just took us everywhere.
You were in Kingston, huh?
Yes.
Kingston, yeah.
Well, now they have the highways, so it's easier to go from different parish to parish. So
Now when you get up in the mountains, though.
Well, I
some of
went
those
there-
mountains-
How long was that? Like,
How
like,
long?
How long did you went? How long was it? Like,
2013 or 14.
Yeah. So maybe that time the highway wasn't really,
Right.
developed like how you're talking.
Right.
So
we
at that
went-
time we had like, a lot of like small roads.
Right.
And stuff, so-
Right. It was
Yeah.
like small roads, especially when when we started going up to like Zion,
Mhm.
like it was bad roads.
yeah, you have to scoot over to the side of the mountain so the person can pass through. Yeah.
And it was crazy because it was like a one-way street, but
Mhm.
like you could go both ways. And so-
Right.
Yeah, that's how it is. That's how it is. That's why, for example, as a Jamaican, when I came into this country, for me, it's like so much roads,
Yeah.
Right.
You're like, I got room.
And then to learn to drive on the other side of the road, on the other side of the car.
Also,
right.
we do drive on the other side of the
Right.
road. So as a Jamaican, it's very difficult, here driving.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a
there's so
change
much
that you have to
space,
adjust to.
Have you ever done that, driven on the other side?
Yeah, when I was in Jamaica 15 years ago. 15 years ago. I was a child when I was there, but my grandpa was like, take the car and you and your cousins go drive around. Oh, you ain't got to tell me twice. So we was in a stick shift.
Well,
I did it in Barbados.
I told you a story most time in Jamaica when you're driving, most time in the from July to August,
Mhm.
that's when most tourists come down.
Right.
So at that time of the year, it's when, say for example, we're driving as Jamaican,
Uh-huh.
you see somebody coming on the other side of the road, heading on to you, you know that is a tourist.
Right.
So
Okay.
most Jamaicans always say, oh, that's a tourist.
Right.
You know
Right.
the system,
Right.
So that's it. So it can get tricky,
Right.
And it happened to the best of us. you
Right.
know? It's
Yeah.
just you decided that this is the way you're going. And then,
Versus when it happens here, we're like, oh, that person must be drunk. They must be on some kind of drugs.
Right.
In Jamaica, they not from around here.
Well, we went to Barbados and had the bright idea that we were going to drive ourselves. So I drove, and literally from the airport. Got out the airport, got the rental car, and drove. And I had never driven on the other side of the car or the other side of the road. That
Right.
was the first time. But I killed it.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Drove. We were there for a week. And
Okay.
I drove the whole time.
I think you can't. I'm very good at multitasking, but
Right.
for me, I would have to be okay. No radio, nobody talk, be
Yeah, no.
quiet.
I couldn't like how I'm here, and I could do my cell phone, and I could get directions. I couldn't do all that. That I had to have somebody else doing.
Right.
Me, I just focused.
Right.
But I did good. I did good. I ain't
That's
getting any
good.
accidents.
That's all that matters. You made it back alive.
Everybody was safe. No accidents. I didn't have to report to the rental car
Because people
company.
talk about my driving, and my first questions is, "But did you die?" That's it. So if you came back alive, you didn't die, you ain't crashed, you won't have to file any insurance claims. That's
Nope.
all that matters.
That's all that matters.
That's all that
But
matters.
do you feel like all the Caribbean islands are the same? Do you
No.
No.
Really? Because
No.
I never been to like Barbados or like I know you have been.
Yes.
But is it more like here or like Jamaica? Like, because I know Jamaica is crazy. I know like in Jamaica you could be like at the stop like waiting, and like that road that you can turn to go that way.
Yeah.
To go like So you're waiting, and as soon as it turn green, you see somebody
Yeah.
and just go around you.
Now they were doing that in Barbados.
They'll do that.
Yes.
So
And I will say that the Barbados reminded me of Jamaica, but a little. It was different. Like
was
there were
different.
differences. So like of course, like the food is different.
Right.
There's different types of restaurants. Like even like the fast food restaurants, you might see something like a Burger King.
Right.
That you think, oh, Burger King, I know Burger King. But then you get in there and nothing is what you're used to.
Right.
Like they had like, I know in Jamaica, they had this burger that was like a pineapple something. I was like, at Burger King?
Right. And then you try to come back to the States and order that.
Because
No.
that's the thing, like with Jamaica, we try to infuse our thing with like a lot of stuff,
Right.
A lot of flavor. We deal with flavor. That's our thing.
Mhm.
Jamaica, we deal with flavor, spice and flavor.
Right.
And like for me, my dream is to like open a restaurant. And
Oh, okay.
I always want to be in the restaurant.
Can you cook?
What?
No, see, this is No Filter Friday. You're going to have to come with it. You can't say that you can cook.
No,
Right.
no. To be
Okay.
honest, with you, that's really my passion and my
A lot
dream.
of, a lot of guys can't cook. So that's
Right.
why I asked that
No,
question.
to be honest, I love to cook. Like,
Okay, well, you know where to find us every
like,
Friday.
If you ask me to like come to the station and like or you ask me to go cook some food, I prefer to go cook.
Well, since you offered,
Since
no,
we,
definitely.
we'll be here next Friday. No.
Next Friday.
8 to 10.
No, to be honest with you, like to be honest with you, when I heard about this weekend that coming up, I really wanted to showcase my skill and my cooking.
You should have.
Yeah, I should have, but it was such a short notice, and
Oh, okay.
it was so much. So
There will be other opportunities.
And
Yes.
the next one, definitely I'm going
Yeah.
to showcase,
Yeah.
my skill, because I also have like a special spice that I really want to put out.
Oh, okay.
And it's the best spice in the world. It goes good like. If you go somewhere and you buy food and it don't taste good,
Just
You
bring the
put that
spice.
spice on it?
Pull it out your purse.
like
Yes.
you bring that spice
Like hot
and
sauce.
it complete the meal.
Yes.
I need
That's
that.
what it's like.
Okay.
Look, I work in-
definitely you can have it.
And look,
Like,
I work in a school and I've been eating the school lunch.
So there's
yeah.
no seasoning
We-
at
we-
all.
We call it mama sauce.
Oh, okay.
Mama sauce.
Mama always know right.
Yeah, mama
Yes.
sauce. To be honest, it's a really good sauce. It's a really brilliant sauce. It has a lot of potential.
Okay.
There's a lot of future, and I'm definitely gonna bring it to the forefront.
Definitely.
Make it happen, and there's a lot in store.
I think that's the one thing, like, even though I grew up in America, I love Caribbean food.
Yeah.
And because, my mom's from the Bahamas, so she cooks Caribbean food, my grandmother, my aunts, everybody, But then I also have friends from Jamaica, so they cook Jamaican food. I love
Really?
it. Oh yeah. So you have all of these different things that I've tasted and tried. So I'm like, I am open to it. So when you tell me you got the spice, I already know.
Right.
That is probably a good spice.
No, but you should taste it. Definitely, you have to taste the spice, because the spice, no matter where we go, we went to so my granddad and his wife was having a church function.
Uh-huh.
They're in the 60s, 70s, older, and we went to this church function, just to bring them around because they can't drive, and so they're from Florida. So
Okay.
they came up to visit us, and we bring that spice with my uncle. So we went to the function and they bring the spice with us because they had a function of a church.
Uh-huh.
We went to the event that they have the food and stuff, and we had the spice on the table because we never travel without it.
Right.
If
Never
we're
leave home without
if
it.
we're going out to eat, we have to have it because we know we used to it and we like it.
Right.
And it makes the food taste so good.
Okay.
Because it's natural, it's very good. And you know, we have because it's like a round table, so we have it, and like we're sitting around with.
Y'all passing it around.
So, like you're over there, you're like, what you guys have there, you know?
Right.
And like we give it to them and they taste it, and to be honest, they love it, you know. And that's not only them, but anywhere we go and we bring it, people love it.
That's
so
good.
that's why we know that it's really good.
I was about to say that should tell you that you gotta bottle that spice and get it out there,
Right.
Because people need something like if I had a spice that I could, because you know what people use right now,
hot sauce. And
But
to
that's
me,
not
that's
going
not
anywhere.
that's not
going
doing
anywhere. That's,
right.
you
It's
know,
just masking the taste,
but it's not
Like,
going anywhere and it's not doing anything.
for me, I just get a hot pepper and just chop it up and just put it in
A
my
Scotch
food.
bonnet?
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's what I do. No, to be honest with you, that's what I do, because I can't use a little bottle thing. I'm saying we have something to that create that we have flavor, we have spice, and we have taste. And that's the thing. You know, these hot sauce, they may have a little spice, but they don't have flavors. They don't have taste. And that's the thing. You have to have everything. You have to have flavor, taste, and spice.
Right.
That's what you're looking for.
Yeah. Right.
You want everything, and that's the thing. And that's what we want to create. We want to create that brand that, you know, people can touch all over the world, and they know that they're getting everything. We're not shorting them on nothing.
I'm good with
Say,
that. Put it in
I want that.
put it in a purse size bottle and I'm down.
Yeah,
that's
because I
it.
would keep that in my purse and
Of
take it
course,
everywhere.
Of course, because let me tell you something. This sauce, even if they don't cook the food good, when they put that sauce on it,
Right.
you understand? It just complements what you're having.
Lovely.
And
Compliments.
and as
Love
soon as we on Filter Friday, that's what every ladies want, you know?
Yeah.
You get me? I said they want a man that to compliment them.
Look
and
at
to
that.
Give them.
Look, somebody told him the real.
Okay.
No, I'm not
He was
saying that.
raised
It's
right.
true.
Look, he get a.
No, it's true. But you know, to be honest with you, that's the idea, that's the focus, and you know, I just want to say, you know, I just want to welcome you. I just want to say thank you, you know, for what you're doing. You're doing a good job.
course.
You know, sometimes I'm just at home tuning. I was tuning and like listening, and thank you for what you're doing. Keep up the good work. You know,
Thank
we want
you.
we want to move forward. We want to
Yeah.
we want to do this. You know, we want to make it happen.
Exactly.
You know, and we can't lay back. You know.
So anybody listening, he's going to be working on the Caribbean station. So he's looking for people who want to be a part of the Caribbean station, who want to help make it be a big station.
A big station. Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot to do, a lot of information, a lot
of
going
things.
on.
And we-
So hit
and
us
we-
up. We'll connect you with him to make sure that you can be a
And we
part.
have some Caribbean artists that wanna like tune in. We have some people. We have the links. We have the connection to make them come in. But we want it to be good. We want it to be up and running. You
Good.
understand? And that's the
Definitely.
thing. When you're doing something, you have to set the tone. You know.
Right.
So when people come in, you can just flow.
Right.
You understand? And that's how you want it. So at the end of the day, you know, I'm here is DJ Diani. You know, follow me. You know, I'm here. You know, Instagram, follow me on Instagram, DJ Diani. You know, and at the end of the day, as I say, you know, just trying to get everything up and running. And it's a movement that, you know, all of us as a team is moving forward.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do it together.
All right.
And that's the word.
Well, thank you, DJ Diani. We are glad to have you. You didn't tell us what you thought of that drink.
I mean, the drink is so good. I want some more.
You can take that bottle.
No, you need
He
to-
said he want more.
Okay, well, what is it? I need to.
It's called
Vanique.
Oh man, I need some more.
Have at it.
It's okay.
This is a drink. If you're at home and you're in a girl in bad vibes, this is the drink you want to give her. You know?
That's true. At home.
To be honest with you, no. To be honest, you know, you want to, you know.
That's
to be
gonna bring out
honest,
the good vibes.
It's like you
It's
know,
the
you want
glitter.
to change your vibes, you want to change your energy.
The glitter.
Yeah.
You want to change your vibe, you want to change your energy, and you know that's how it is, you know.
Well, at least somebody like it.
Right.
Yeah, it's very good, to be honest with you.
Look, it even changes colors.
Oh man.
Look, you see that?
How you do that? How
You just
get
shake it.
Is that your brand?
No, the guy at the liquor store showed me this. But we're gonna take a quick break. You're listening to No Filter Fridays right here on IBNXradio.com. We'll be back.
one of those who wasn't worthy and able to have the strength to spin on the turntable. Look at the label, it's plain as day. Finesse and quiz uptown MCA. A real soul sister, yes, Lord, I'm down. And if a rhyme can kill, I'll be the only rapper left. You throw me a hand, but you better back off, mister. Another damn breaking by the real soul sisters. Hey, soul, go, sister, soul. Hey, sister, soul, go, sister, soul. Hey, sister, soul, go, sister, soul. Hey, sister, soul, go, sister, soul. We're dope. Do you think you can cope? Have your looks go home? Can he hang, girl? Nope. I know you're impressed by this lady cadaver, cause your mouth is wide open and it's dripping saliva. So wipe your lip and then admit that this is as good as good can get. So pump up the volume and let's get bold and let's do this is what we sold. Hey, the soul, go the soul, hey, the soul, go the soul, hey, the soul, go the soul, hey, the soul, go the soul. For no apparent reason, you should do what you do best, girl, and that's easy. Step on my stage and I'll go for your head and attempt to rhyme. It don't be intense. So sisters never flake out. The only time we break out is when there's no more rappers. Take out, we're in control, cause the record's going gold. Finesse and quick. The sisters of soul. The soul. Go sister soul. The sisters of soul. The soul. Go sister soul. The sisters of soul. The soul.
Hey, we're back. You're listening to No Filter Fridays right here on IBNXradio.com. I paused for a second because I was writing something and almost said what I was writing.
Well, this gives me the opportunity to do the introduction. You're listening to No Filter Friday. I have the lovely, the overly educated, the keep it real all the time, the chocolatey, the happily married Miss Poison Ivy.
Hey!
And of course, me, also Jazzy.
Hey, Jazz.
Hey, girl.
So, if y'all don't know, that song that just went off is Vanessa's Quest, Soul Sisters.
I feel like we're soul sisters.
Yes.
Yes.
See, we could be Vanessa's Quest. Which one you want to be?
I don't know. Is there only two of them?
Yes.
Which one's the chubbier one?
Neither one.
Okay. Which one's the taller one?
They about the same.
Okay. Does one of them have a lazy eye?
What?
Because you could be that one.
Why I gotta be the lazy eye? No, we do lots. Lots. Why I gotta be the lazy eye girl?
Because I don't have one.
Oh, you trying to say I got a lazy eye?
No.
What you trying to say? She just said I have a lazy eye on air, y'all. She just hurt my feelings and said I had a lazy eye.
Which one is married?
Neither.
Okay,
Well,
look, we
back
have a
then,
problem.
I don't know. Jazz just said I had a lazy eye.
I did not.
She did. Keith, did you hear Jazz say I had a lazy eye?
I said no such thing.
Like, that just hurt my feelings. That's okay.
She got me over here sipping on this glitter.
That's okay.
Oh, crap.
That's okay. She wait till she hear them questions tomorrow.
Wait till she see these dudes tomorrow.
I'm gonna be playing the big payback.
As long as they don't look like test tube babies, we'll be all right.
Test tube babies. What? No.
What's that? I can never think of the word when I need it. You know that place in Russia where they had the nuclear plant that blew up?
Chernobyl?
Yeah, Chernobyl. Don't have them in here looking like Chernobyl rejects, okay?
That's all I have. Do you know I did not know what that was until Outkast said it in a song.
Oh, really? Where did I learn it from? I think my dad was roasting me one day, and he said it, and I was like, "What is this? Let me Google it so I can come back with a better, And I was like, "Oh, I can't win with this one. A whole radiation plant blew up. No, you got me."
Not the whole radiation plant.
Yeah, but that's how my family get down. Like we will have full roasting sessions, brothers, sisters, mom.
I learned it from Outkast saying something was unstable, like Chernobyl.
Okay.
And I was like, what is that?
Right. No, I learned this from my dad. Yeah.
But you know what? I learned a lot from Outkast.
I mean, you learn a lot from rap, period. You don't think that these rappers are uneducated and they don't know anything.
They helped me get past some parts of the SAT.
Oh, okay. I didn't take the SAT.
Yeah. Like, for whatever reason, I was like drawing a blank on certain words.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I couldn't remember what clandestine meant.
I don't know what it means.
And so, you know how they tell you use it in a sentence? The only sentence I could think of was Outkast saying, from your clandestine activities, something, my soliloquy. So I thought about that, and based on the answers, I was like, oh, secret, undercover.
Okay, but see, that's how they say that you learn if you put it in a song, because it's easier for you to learn something when it has a rhyme to it. So
listen, that is so true. My mom, I told my mom about that, the SAT thing. She says, you should write them a letter.
Tell them thank you.
I'm like,
because of you, I scored.
Which I really should have probably written Andre a letter.
Look, y'all probably be just making music and producing some great things right now, helping all the world learn.
I could have been his Erykah Badu. But I'm okay being Ace's Erykah Badu.
Okay.
Everything happens for a reason.
It does.
And what was I gonna say? I like always learn things through song.
Right.
Like to the point where when I was in geometry, to remember like the equations, we put it in SWV week.
I did that song in sign language.
Do you?
I did.
I like that.
Oh,
I like that.
is that me or you?
That's me.
Oh, I'm like, what the? Isn't that? Y'all didn't know that Jasmine was talented, did ya?
No, I didn't know.
I know sign language. Official sign language. I don't know, like
certain stuff.
No, like I know words in sign language. I took all, you're supposed to learn a second language in high school. I did sign language, and I did all 4 years. That was my favorite teacher. Like she was a white girl with a big old fat booty, and she she started her college career.
What do you call them, a pog?
A pog, yeah. Fat ass white girl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And she was bad too. And but it's so funny. Half of these pogs out here, they don't marry y'all dudes. They marry white men. But I'm not gonna get into that right now. But yeah, she was bad. She was bad. She had this big country booty, and then she went to school in Daytona. She went to Bethune. And then she transferred to school in St. Augustine. But that was my favorite class. Learned sign language. We went to the school for the deaf. We learned about the community. It was dope. I loved it. If they didn't change the rules on how to become a sign language interpreter, that would have been my career path.
Really?
Now, to become a sign language interpreter, you have to have a bachelor's in anything before you can get certification, and before you can even start taking the classes to become certified.
Wow, that's interesting.
Very.
Because I was gonna say, like my sister, one of her best friends, her sister is deaf. So in college, her best friend taught her sign language.
Awesome.
Like to the point where like my sister is like you, who she can sign songs and she can talk to you. They hold conversations like that. And so I came across this video, and I'll see if I can find it and tag you, of this chick at a concert. She was like at like a Wu-Tang concert or something, signing, this white chick. And I mean, she was into it. Like she was moving and going to the point where whoever it was rapping stopped rapping to pay attention to her.
Yeah.
Because she was just like so magnetic.
Right.
That she drew him from his own show.
It's it's definitely a magnetic community. If you have any time to do your research on sign language and its meaning, you don't interpret word for word. even though it's called American Sign Language, you don't interpret word for word.
Right.
Like, you don't interpret basic English. So a lot of the things that you have interpret, especially in music and song and dance and everything, it has to be the meaning of it. So
Right.
yeah, you'll see a lot of sign language interpreters get into their work because that's what they're supposed to do. Because if we can't interpret it for you, that means you're not getting the whole gist of what we're supposed to be doing.
Right. That makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
But that was my first song that I interpreted. SWV Week.
Wow. And that was my first song that I turned into some geometry equations.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say something completely different. I thought you was gonna say that was the first song that you. Cause I don't think they do that anymore. I don't think dudes, put on like a soundtrack to get down to no more.
Oh, I did. My first time. Oh, are we talking about that?
I thought that's what you were gonna say because I
go-
forgot the whole geometry thing.
Are we going there?
We could go there.
So first of all, I told you I was a prude. I waited till I got to college. And
I remember my first song.
I wanted to lose my virginity, but I didn't want it to be awkward.
Okay.
So
there's no way to avoid that though.
Yeah, I avoided it. I ended up my first time being with a friend's. Now he's her husband, but he was her boyfriend. His cousin.
Okay.
Who was older and in the military. So he's thinking this is just like a random hookup. So he's like really like trying to impress me. Like, so he rolled out like the rose petals, the candles, the music.
They do that for random hookups?
Oh, he did. I was that chick.
Oh, look, y'all hear that? She was that chick.
I was.
Okay.
Not to toot my own horn.
Toot
but toot. Beat.
Right.
Back then, yeah, I was that chick. So, yeah, like he rolled out like the red carpet on it. And afterwards, of course, now that my cherry had been popped, he says, "Are you on your cycle?" And I was like, "No." He was like, he stopped and he thought, and he was like, "Oh my God, why didn't you tell me?" And I was like, "Well, because I didn't want you to feel awkward, blah, blah, blah." So he was like, "Look, if me and you don't keep messing around, I'm going to tell you this. If the next man don't do you the way I did you tonight, don't even give her the time of day. If he can't roll it out for you, if he can't make it as special as I made it, he doesn't deserve you."
Is he married?
I don't know where he is.
Oh, shoot.
And that's so crazy. But he really set the bar high.
That's good.
He set the bar high.
Now, his niggas out here doing you in bandos and shit, on a blanket. Not even a blanket, on a pallet.
That happened to a chick at a party.
Y'all do better.
2 years ago.
Do better.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Recent.
Do better.
Do better. But the dudes do what you let them do.
Right.
That's the one thing, because after he said that, I feel like I did set a standard. So I had expectations.
Right.
So there's a lot of dudes who think I'm like stuck up. There's a lot of dudes who think I think I'm too good, or think that I'm like sedity and all of that. It's not that. It's just that, if I don't think I'm the shit, how can I expect you to think I'm the shit?
Exactly.
So I'm the shit.
Period.
And you should behave accordingly.
Right. I agree.
Because, Jazz, aren't you the shit?
I indeed am.
Thank you. And dudes should behave accordingly. So that means those 3 bachelors tomorrow on
Love Connection.
Yes, Love Connection. Better be ready. We are nearing the end of our show.
We are at the end of our show.
And Facebook Live is telling me it's over again. So that means it's been another hour.
Let us live, Facebook.
Haters. So I will say, tune in tomorrow. No Filter Fridays will be here during the rundown. The rundown is tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. right here on IBNXradio.com. We will be in the building. No Filter Friday. All day long.
11 a.m. to 11 p.m.
to 11 p.m. I'm going to be tired. I'm going to be talking shit. Jazz is going to be talking trash. We're going to be sneaking outside, having drinks. We're going to be eating. We're going to be Love Connection. We're going to be ciphering. I might go home and write a rhyme so I can participate in the cipher.
I got to work on my questions. I can't write no rhymes.
I'll write the rhymes. You work on the questions.
Yes.
And then you can do the Love Connection, which I will host.
I'll be the contest. What would I be? Am I a contestant? I'm not a contestant.
Yes, you are main contestant.
I'm a contestant. I'm a contestant, y'all.
Yes. And then I will jump in the cipher.
There's a lot of excitement going on here.
Like, look, Keith laughed, but Keith wasn't here when I rapped. Were you here when I rapped, Keith?
I don't think so. She
Keith,
got
they tried
bars.
me. They tried me.
She got bars.
They tried me. And they dropped a beat, and I killed them with bars. Off the dome.
They're not ready for my music.
So, I might go home and write some bars tonight.
I'm excited. I feel like if I got to do this love connection thing, that you need to write some bars. And, you know, I think you're going to be the only female in the cipher. I think you need to jump in the cipher.
No, I'm telling a lie.
Oh,
you going to give me the Cardi beat?
All right.
You challenging me now?
All right. Hey.
Okay, let me see.
We already over. Hey.
Let me see what I got.
Cover live and direct. Miss Poison Ivy Hype Man.
Yeah. Wait for the beat to drop.
Hey.
See, watching me, you like the way I shake it. Wanna get me home, trying to see me naked. Not the type of chick that'll leave the club. Get in your car, show you thanks and love.
Ooh.
I'm the one that you wifey up. No one night thing, trying to sex me up. A classy chick, others imitate. I'm the prototype, they second rate. She might be my height, she might be my color, but this boss chick still a step above her. Guaranteed to impress your mother. Get a dose of me, you'll forget the others.
Hey.
Mesmerized by the things I do, like when I drop in front of you. I bring it up slow, see what you do. Trying to handle it, you ain't got a clue. That what you see is a sneak peek. If you my man, might be your freak. This right here, it sure ain't cheap, but for the right price, I just might creep. Shake it fast, mess with your dome. Have you telling your kids that it won't be home.
Oh.
Make it rain when I show my thong. I'm the type of chick you can't leave alone.
What? No Filter Friday in the building. Poison Ivy on the beat. See, the engineer wasn't ready for that. He wasn't ready for that hotness.
And they tried me with my Cardi.
Yes.
So, like I said, I might go home and write something for the cipher. All right, you've been listening to No Filter Fridays right here on IBNXradio.com with
Oh So Jazzy
and Ms. Poison Ivy. We had an amazing time. We had a special guest, and we will see you tomorrow during the rundown right here live 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. IBNXradio.com. I got 8 seconds until my Facebook Live video ends, so peace.
IBNX Radio.